What's up, everybody? It is time for the Middle East Mr. Olympia, as I kind of call it. The Dubai Pro is kicking off right now as we speak. It is about 5:15, 5:19 p.m. over there in Dubai. Let's see what's going on. They hadn't started a second ago, but they should be starting this show any minute. Let's take a look. Okay, so this is courtesy of Aretha Labs. Big show over there, big channel over there in Brazil. You can see Aretha, the lovely Aretha Luz, down there in the corner. So this is not the stream. I am not pirating the stream. I'm showing Aretha Labs video. I don't know if she paid for access to this or not, but it's not full screen, so we'll see how far we can go. So typically this is how these things start. We got Bob Ciccarillo, the MC. It's just about to start, your mom's flip-flop. Hey, just Jen. Thank you, Jen. Big show, big show. Yeah, okay, so I think they're starting with open, but do these look like the 212 guys to me? Yeah, I'm guessing these are 212. Oh, no, wait, who's that? Yeah, it looks like they're starting with 212 division. There's Free S right there. He just walked out. A lot of names I'm going to be unfamiliar with. So please excuse me, forgive me ahead of time. You see the live stream commentary in the corner of this video being done by Sid Farouk and the boss of Outlaw, Stefan Kienzl, who has several clients in the show, including William Bonac. Who else does he have? Nathan de Asha is also his client. I'm sure he's got some other ones. So this is the 212 division just coming out for initial looks. This is not a call out. Just numerically, the first 5 competitors are coming out so the judges can get a quick look at them, make some notes to see who's really standing out. That way, when it's time for the head judge, who I believe is Steve Weinberger. Yeah, Steve Weinberger's over there. This gives them a heads up so they know who to ask to see when the guys all come out. So I'm looking for the young guy, Nihat, but he's not out there yet. That was I think that's Radoslav Angelov there in the yellow trunks. Second group of 212 competitors coming out. Anybody we know? It was unfortunate. I learned yesterday that Mehdi Jabari from Iran, who was looking to do very well in the 212 division. I had never heard of him before, but once I looked at him, I was super impressed. Didn't make it out of Iran in time. There's Nihat there in the turquoise trunks, second from your left. He's 22 years old, and he's one of the front runners. He's got just beautiful shape, structure, symmetry. He's not as thick as Angel Calderon Frias, as Radoslav Angelov, but boy, he's got just beautiful shape, and that can take you a very long way. That can get you past guys who have superior mass, as long as your conditioning is there, and Nihat's condition is where it needs to be. I believe he's a Patrick Tour client. Patrick Tour, yeah. And Patrick is just one of the most consistent coaches in terms of bringing his athletes in great condition. Let's see, we got any comments? Good morning, Richard. Good morning, your mom's flip-flop. Yeah, so they're just getting started. I thought they were going to start with open, but it looks like they're going to start with 212. We got the 212 up there right now. Hoping it goes to open after that, because otherwise there are about 40 men's physique competitors. And the divisions I am really interested in, as I've made no secrets, open, 212, and classic. Men's physique, respect those guys. They work very, very hard. It's hard for me to judge. I'm just not able to really comment even on men's physique that well, because I don't understand the criteria of that division as well. So what's up, Tony? Good morning. It's evening for a lot of you guys over there. Actually, no, in Europe. So it is only 2:23 in the UK, 3:30 in other parts of Western Europe. But over here in the Middle East, In Dubai, it is 5:24 p.m. And I believe they're just going to run straight through, judging straight into finals. Pretty sure that's how they're going to do it. So again, we're still looking at 212 division. We haven't had a call out yet. This is all the competitors getting an initial look from the judges, after which the entire division will file back on stage and head judge Steve Weinberger will make his first call out. Can I make this any bigger? Let me see. Can I? No, not really. That's as big as I can make it, guys. My bad. So I'm looking to see who I recognize in this group. That guy looks pretty good, number 108. I should probably pull up the competitor list and show you that for a second. I should probably just keep that up. So I'm going to pull up the competitor list on a different screen here. Okay, so yeah. This is who we're looking at. This is the 212 division. I don't know, it's a pretty small print on your screen, but you can see it's a good size class. It's a good size class. I don't think that's numerical. So it's still not going to help me identify anybody. I only really know 4 guys in this class, in this division, the 212 division, who are competing today. I basically from previous shows, I know Nihat Kaya, what I was calling him the wrong name. Angel Calderon Frias, Radislav Angelov, and Giuseppe Zagarella. I've seen all of them before in previous shows. A lot of those other names I am not familiar with. Zagarella should be the last guy. Did he not make it? Or we got one more group? I think we have one more group. One more group of 212 athletes before they bring them all out, bring them all back, it looks like. So this is a good size division, but the biggest divisions by far today are Classic is packed. It is a ton of guys in Classic, and men's physique packed. Open, much more manageable. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's about 20 guys. Actually, it's not a small class, but it's very manageable. Oh, are they doing individuals for everybody too? Wow. Okay. We're going to be here a while. I'm just going to try to figure out who this is. So if this is 212, oops. 212, is this Mahmoud Adel from United Arab Emirates? That's who that was. If they're going by numeric alphabetical order as far as how they got their numbers, we should see Radislav Angelov next. Yeah, I find it almost hard to believe that Boss of Outlaw can do commentary while he's coaching athletes. Yeah, this is Radislav Angelov from Bulgaria. And he has won some shows over in Europe. I don't recall seeing him over in the U.S. I'm not sure if he's ever made it over to the U.S. for a show, but he's Bulgarian. He wouldn't have a hard time. Radislav is a very, very consistent competitor. I've never seen him out of shape. Looks to be a shorter guy, but thick. Nice round muscle bellies. Condition looks pretty good. This is not super HD footage. It's not super 4K footage. So when the images come out, you'll see photos probably on the Dubai Muscle Show Instagram page. Everyone's going to look so much leaner, so much more defined, because the quality of those photos is always superior to what we see in these live streams. You can see some guys in traditional garb there. Okay, so this is Oben Roxman Ara from Cameroon. That's West Africa. West Africa, where you have Nigeria, Ghana, all those awesome places. Skip the commercial. And this guy looks pretty stacked too, doesn't he? Big dude. Yeah, a lot of these 212 guys have difficulty making weight, meaning they could probably compete anywhere from 215 to 220. Some of them even heavier than that. But they know they need to get down to 212. So that helps with the condition too. There's the front row. I don't know if these are sheiks or just very wealthy guys. I don't know who they are. But they're right there in the front row and some nice comfy chairs. Yeah, I've definitely never heard of this guy before. Oben Roxman Ara. Okay. Looks good though. Cameroon. Trying to think of who else came from Cameroon. I want to say Silvio Samuel Savior. I think that's where he was originally from, Cameroon. Then he moved to Brazil. Okay, this is Vahid Baharlu from Iran. Okay. Take a look at Vahid. Or did we skip straight to Angel? What happened? I missed him. There's Angel. Okay, so we got Angel Calderon Frias, who is the heavy favorite. Oh, is my stream yours? Yeah, I'm live. Okay. Yeah, so Angel, super thick, super conditioned. Yeah, we know he doesn't have the prettiest structure, but you know, there have been a few very successful 212 guys who you could say had a stockier structure. I mean, you can tell even when he's alone on stage that this is a shorter guy. I believe he's about 5'2". So that means, you know, his head in proportion to his body is going to be a little bigger. I always say, you know, perfect proportions are hard to come by, where somebody has the limbs, the head, everything's just perfectly proportioned. But Angel looking very, very tough. The wear and tear probably starting to show on him. He's done a couple shows already this season. And yeah, I have seen him a little sharper than this, if you can believe that. So there's Angel. Angel Calderon Frias. So up next should be Farshad Ganji from Iran. That does not look like him. I'm thinking a lot of these guys from Iran didn't make it. I don't think that guy made it. So this is Richard Gale from Jamaica. Yeah, I guess if they didn't get out of Iran in time before all the bombing started, oh, pretty weak legs. I mean, size-wise and condition, very weak on this guy. I'm gonna throw it out there. This guy looks natty to me. He looks completely natural. He could have gotten into better condition, drugs or no drugs, but yeah, he's definitely out of place here today. I applaud his decision, which I would bet you good money this guy we're looking at is drug-free. I applaud his decision to stay natural, but it does put him at a disadvantage when he's up against these other guys who are just so much more muscular, just physically impressive. He looks good. He doesn't look like a young man. So props to him. He's at least 40, maybe closer to 50. It's hard to say. I've never heard of him before. So yeah, I'm already seeing a couple names here from Iran that did not make it. All right, so this should be Mohamed Goma from Egypt. There's a lot of guys from Iran in this roster. I wonder how many of them were able to make it. All right, so looks good. It's a good lat spread. Yeah, you see the difference between him and the last guy. The muscles just have a much rounder look, especially the shoulders are all capped. Quads nice and sweepy. Needs more back thickness. Good width, as you often see. He doesn't need a lot more back width thickness. I don't want to say he has a weak back. Great side chest shot for him. Needs to control that midsection. When he's not really paying 100% attention to it, you do see a little bit of a bulge at the bottom there, which, you know, he doesn't have a bubble gut, but everybody should keep their waist cinched in as much as possible. Okay, so this should be Mehdi Jabaraznid from Iran, but I don't think it is. No, is this Nihat? Yeah, this is Nihat. So, like I said, Mehdi did not make it. For a lot of these Iranian athletes didn't make it out in time to get to the show. And I'm sure the airports are closed. So we're looking at 22-year-old Nihat Kaya. I spelled his name wrong in my notes. It's Kaya. 22 years old. amazing future for this guy in the 212 division. He's already put on substantial size since this show last year when he was only 21. I mean, how many 21-year-olds are up there hanging with the pros? This kid's 22, and he's right there. He might win this thing. We'll see from the callouts, but I'm guaranteeing right now they're going to put him right next to Angel, right next to Radislav. He's going to be in that initial group, and I would not be totally surprised. So what am I seeing? Yeah, you see a little bulge there, obviously. He's put on a good amount of size. His back has come up substantially. Look at those glutes. They're like Ruffles potato chips. If any of you know what Ruffles potato chips are, they're the potato chips with all the notches in them. Great delts. That's a great, most muscular shot for him. StreamYard. Angel is great. Yeah, these are all pros, Fatih. Let's go Nihat. So that was Nihat. This is Muzzy Maluleke from South Africa. Looks good. Great quad separation. Nice sweeps. Good V-tape on that lat spread. Nice striations in the pecs. I'm always looking for weak points because you could talk about strong points all day. I'm really impressed with the pec thickness. We don't see a lot of super thick pecs these days. Good thickness in the back, too. He is a more compact guy. He's narrow. Doesn't have a lot of width. I'm sure the lat spread's going to look better. Yeah, he looks wide there. But you could see in the rear double, the clavicle width it's like average. Nice arms. Good separation there between the biceps, triceps, and brachialis. Nice. Look at that. Beautiful side tri shot for him. Can't fast forward. It hasn't up. When Nihat show off, it's all done. Let's go Nihat. Angel's great. Yeah. So the Chinese guy won China Pro. Oh, the China Pro is already over? Jeez. We did a whole video yesterday about the open guys, how they looked yesterday. But I have not seen them. So, okay, this should be Felipe Massaroca from Brazil. Look at those quads. Looks great. This is 212. This is 212, guys. No problem if you want to do it yourself. Yeah, I'm going to do this one myself. They're not. I don't think they're ever going to get to open. But thank you, man. Angel is great. Yeah, this Brazilian guy looks great. Looks good. Nihat Kaya is from Turkey. Big Mike Cox in the house. So who follows that gentleman? I don't know if this is Mehdi Mostafalu from Iran because I don't know how many of these guys got out of Iran in time. We know Behrooz did, the heavy favorite. Imagine if Behrooz had waited to come over and got stuck in Tehran waiting to go to the show. Oh, that would be awful. He would have missed out on what's probably going to be a $140,000 payday. Yeah, I don't know if this is a gentleman from Iran, but let's assume it is. Yeah. So he is Mehdi Mostafalu from Iran, I believe. We'll find out in a minute because the next guy is either going to be from UAE or Philippines, and I know what Filipinos look like. Should they film? No. No, Simon. They don't have a replay. There's no time to do video replays when they're judging. They have to do it live, and they have to do it quick. There's no time for them to sit there and really analyze and scrutinize too much because they need to. Is that in Turkish? Is that the Turkish language? Okay, so this must be. Okay, so that guy did get out of Iran because this looks like Mahmoud Negm. I'm just going to say Nem from United Arab Emirates. Mahmoud, because this guy does not look like he's from the Philippines. Mahmoud looks good. Legs could be a little drier because, yeah, his condition could be better. We're seeing some really spectacular condition on some of the guys. So this condition is not going to cut it. It's not bad condition, but this is a class of about 25 guys. And if you want to be in that first call out, which you do, yeah, he needs some back thickness. That back is pretty shallow. This guy's not going to do well. I keep it real, guys. I call it like I see it. It's a good shot for him. He just did not bring the condition today, and that is going to hurt him. That is Mahmoud Negm, I don't know, from United Arab Emirates. Next up, we should have a gentleman from the Philippines. Oh, I'm way behind. Yeah, this looks like a Filipino. So this is Rubiel Neckzilla from the Philippines. Let's take a look at him. All right. Already, I'm seeing some nice cap delts. Legs are good. They're not great. They're conditioned, but I want to see some more thickness and some more sweep. He's on the narrow side structurally, which again, bone structure, nothing you can really do about that. That's genetic. You're born with your bones. Nothing you can do with your training or drugs or nutrition or supplements. It's going to really change the structure of your bones, your clavicle width, the width and size of your hip bones. This guy looks really good. It's just going to be tough for him to compare with some of these top guys we've taken a look at. Decent back thickness. You'll notice even the guys that need more back thickness, they usually look pretty good in the lat spread because that's spreading everything out anyway. So a lack of thickness isn't as apparent in the rear lat spread. Good bicep shot there. Rubiel. Yeah, a lot of guys I've never heard of. Yeah, condition good, not great. And we've seen some great condition. Okay, next up, Orlando Perdomo Lopez from the USA. And I've never heard of him before, Orlando. So I don't know if he turned pro as an open guy or as a masters. He looks pretty young to me. I mean, he doesn't, well, when I say young, I mean, I'm almost 56. So he could have turned pro as an over 35 or over 40. He'd still look young to me. Yeah, he's not a young guy. No. So, as I always say, looks good. I always start off with that because I haven't seen anybody that looks awful yet. The guy from Jamaica was out of place. This guy's not out of place. He doesn't have the size, the width that's going to compare with the top men in this division. He will not be in the first call out. I'm telling you right now. Legs need some more sweep to him. They're just kind of And he's out. Okay, so that was Orlando Perdomo Lopez. Next up, we have Artem Riva from Russia, Mother Russia. Let's take a look at Artem. Artem, I'm going to say right now, he's probably on the taller side for a 212. You can see some of these guys, and I say that because if he made 212 and this is the mass that he's carrying, he's probably more like a 5'6", 5'7" guy, as opposed to some of these guys are Angel Calderon Frias is way down there at 5'2". Artem, nice definition, separation. He's going to suffer in terms of mass comparing to the other guys. Glutes are starting to come in. They're not all the way in. So condition could be better. Arms definitely need to be better. I should know. I can spot weak triceps a mile away because I've had them all my life. And he needs some more triceps. Yeah, those remind me of like my arms when I'm on gear. Good for Artem, though. He came all the way to Dubai. Next up, we have Roman Ukrainian from the Ukraine. His last name is Ukrainian, and he is Ukrainian. I don't think I've ever seen that before. So let's take a look at Roman. Already he's walking out there. He's got some big cantaloupe delts going. It's a lat spread. Okay, these are proper thighs, nice and sweepy. I know the thigh sweep is largely genetic, but this is all genetics. This sport is 90% genetics anyway, so you can call people out on things that aren't really their fault because we're scrutinizing the physique and there's no excuses. This guy looks good. Roman Ukrainian from the Ukraine. A Ukrainian named Ukraine. That's crazy. I wonder if he changed his name. Or I wonder if that's an error on the scorecard. Is his last name really Ukrainian? It's pretty wild if it is. Brought some pretty decent condition. Yeah, he's doing himself proud. Yeah, nice side chest shot. And we should be looking at our final competitor here, all the way from Italy, Giuseppe Zagarella. Giuseppe Zagarella. Giuseppe is like Joseph in Italian. Yeah. Like Jose is in Spanish. Giuseppe would be the Italian version of Jose or Joseph. I love those quads on him. I'm a big snob about legs. Look at that nice pecs. When you hit a front shot like the front lat spread or the front double bicep and your pecs still look full, that's when you know you've got some really good pecs. Because other guys, they sort of go away. So Christian, just like my son Christian, but Christian, not a massive guy. I mean, you put him next to Nihat or Angel, and they outmass him. But beautiful shape, structure, symmetry, and he always brings a condition. If they would zoom out a little bit, we could see those glutes, because it is a glute show, guys. It is a show where we judge everyone's condition by the glutes. But no, those quads are really nicely separated. You can see all four heads, some feathering there, some nice striations in the pecs. Good job, Christian Zagarella. What did I call him? Christian? His name is Giuseppe Zagarella. Why? I think Christian's middle name. So this gentleman right here, he must have turned pro yesterday. This is how it often goes at these shows that have a pro qualifier the day before. You'll see that person who gets their pro card the next day on stage. And this gentleman, I don't know who he is, but he must have turned pro here yesterday. So here's his pro debut. Anybody in the comments know who he is? Oh boy, we have a lot of comments. 360 camera, try to do a back double without your gut sticking out. Foolishness. Yeah, I agree. It sucks to be born without bones. A lot of Turkish watching the live stream right now because of Nihat. Yeah. Would a black background be more flattering? Everyone's not going to do a black backdrop. This is 212. That's a matter of choice. And a lot of promoters don't want to do it. It's not very fancy looking. This guy must have turned pro as well yesterday. This is another new pro. Are there more people to Dubai show in person at the Olympia in Vegas? I don't know what the size of this venue is. Does Wood need to rent a larger venue? I don't know. You know, the problem with that is you can't have a show like the Mr. Olympia in a huge auditorium or huge stadium because it's guys standing on a stage. So if you have to be seated, 50, 100 rows back, what are you really seeing? You're just watching it on the Jumbotron on the big screen. You might as well be watching it at home in that case. I can't read Turkish. I'm not going to even pretend I can. Open starting, I don't know. This is 212. I'm not sure what the order they're going in for divisions. I'm hoping men's physique is last so I don't have to sit through men's physique. But if I do, I'll just let me get rid of that. Can I skip this ad? Yeah. She's got ads running. Was that the final guy? And then they're going to... Geez, more new 212 guys. So, wow. Yeah, this is 212. Someone's got to represent the Ukrainians. Wow. So this is the third addition to the 212 class, it looks like. They've had since... yeah, I remember seeing this guy on Instagram. Let me pull it up. I can find his name because of the braids. Dubai Pro Event. I'll find him, guys. I'll find him. No. I don't know what I did with this. I'm looking at the Dubai Pro Event. They've been posting a lot, as you can imagine. So I don't know who this guy is, so my bad. But he's a brand new pro. It'd be pretty amazing if any of these new pros are able to get in this first call out. That would be a huge accomplishment, considering they were amateurs yesterday. Yeah, I can't find anything on this guy. I know they've put up an incredible amount of posts since yesterday. They've added like 30. Okay, so this is... Oh, they didn't tag him. They didn't even tag this guy yesterday. All right, well, it doesn't matter. As the division's coming out, okay, you should read the entire chat. Leo's in the chat. Yeah, but he could only do it for 45 minutes, Voos and Fuchs. Yeah, and he won't be around for the Open. I really would like somebody on the Open. Replay was used to finally help placing right. Yeah, there's no way they could do a replay. There's no time, Simon. They have to move right along to the next division. They don't have time after every class to look at replays. They have to be fast. They have to do this on their feet. Let's go to mini Behrooz. Classic necks are open. No idea. No idea. Okay, so Taylor Swift just girls guys. Yeah, but that's music. Concerts are different. Concerts are different because you're listening to the music. All right, so this is first call out. It's a big group. It's 6 guys. I could see Nihat Maya on the end, Angel Calderon Frias, Radoslav Angelov. I'm not sure who that is. I'm at a loss for everybody else, guys. But they're gonna move. They're gonna move some guys around. Angel got moved in 1. Wow. Okay. Nihat's gonna go next to Angel. No. Huh. Surprise. Oh, yep. Yeah. They're gonna put Nihat right next to Angel. Nihat Maya. And Radoslav there on the end did not get the middle. He's probably not too happy about that. You want to be in the middle. So it looks like right now they're looking at Nihat Maya from Turkey for the win, along with Angel Calderon Frias. We see Nihat there in the turquoise trunks. Angel Calderon Frias there in the purple trunks. Okay, there Radoslav did get moved in a little closer, so he's probably fighting for third, along with this guy who I don't know his name, unfortunately. Yeah, Nihat is looking great. I mean, he's just got a prettier physique. Angel, in comparison, just because of the structure, he comes off as looking kind of blocky, where Nihat does not look blocky. He's got a very nice shape, very nice structure. They're 1,000 in PD, guys. Mr. Olympia. This is 212. Nihat to be champion. Can the comp brand show off the physique? All the physique. 212. Yeah. Sean Franklin says hi. Let's go first call out. Ooh, from way back. Tunahan Guler won the Pro Tel and Pro Show on the same day as Dubai Pro 2023. Angel, did he win something already? Yeah, I think he did. Jurassic World Rebirth. Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Looks really good. Cream Surgery, thank you. What's up, Ron? Paintball with Popeye, 212. I would go with Nihat for the win, personally. You do the Milos versus Giles round 2 video again. I'd have to see if those two are both up for it. Is live now? This is live, yeah. So this is not the stream. It's the stream as being shown by Aretha Lab. That is her channel. She's out of Brazil. But this is live. I don't know I don't know what language that is, guys. Angel second, yeah. Some very sexy men. Yeah, I agree. Nihat first. Who is your winner? I go with Nihat right there in the turquoise. Nihat Maya, the 22-year-old kid. He's a kid. Is it Kaya? Well, let me look at the score sheet. Yeah, it is Kaya. Kaya. Why do I keep saying Maya? Jeez. Thinking of Maya Angelou? Kaya. Thank you, man. Kaya. Jeez. Angel won. Okay, no, I don't think he's going to get it this time, guys. Nihat versus Angel. The beauty against the beast. Yeah, it's apples and oranges. It's two very, very different physiques. I would go with the prettier physique today because Angel's lean. I've seen him leaner. I've seen him in better condition. Nihat Kaya from Turkey, the 22-year-old, impeccable condition, plenty of size, and just better shape and structure. Come on, Nihat, you got it. Nihat Kaya, number 1. Easy for Naya. Yeah, I mean, Zagarella is the guy. Oh, is he the other guy? Christian, the other guy I couldn't think of? Who's right there on the left? I know, I was just looking at it. I'm going to black out right now. Nihat for the win. Are you blind? Who's blind? His camera shots are terrible. What's wrong with him? No, I don't think Nihat's underrated. I think, assuming he wins this today, he gets his Olympic qualification. People are going to be talking a lot about Nihat Kaya from Turkey. Top 5 at the O. I mean, he's not as massive as these other guys, but you know what? It's not all about mass. It's very well put together. The physique flows very, very well. Nihat Turks is coming. Yeah, I thank Turkey for my hair. I went to Istanbul in February 2024, last year. Got a hair transplant at Hair Time Now in Istanbul. Beautiful country. I got to do a little tour of Istanbul that day and saw a lot of historical sites going back to the Roman Empire. Nihat will be next Olymp. I don't know if he's beaten Keon Pearson, guys. Let's not get crazy here. So that's your top four. Looks like the turquoise there next to Nihat. That's Giuseppe Zagarella. Then you got Nihat Kaya, Angel Calderon Frias. Where'd they move Radoslav? They moved him again? Oh, poor guy. Yeah, he got moved over to the left now. Jeez. You showing men's physique too? I will. I'm going to have a hard time to commenting on it because I don't know a ton about men's physique, but I'll try. I'll do my best. Love from Nepal. So this is Radoslav, and that was one of the guys from Iran, I think, or UAE. I'm not sure who that is, but this is probably the battle for fifth place right here between fifth and sixth. Show me physique too. Kaya means rock. Well, there you go. I don't speak any Turkish. I did learn a few phrases for that trip, which I've forgotten all of them already. Yeah. I mean, we call Keon the prodigy, but Nihat's right there, man. Nihat looks awesome. Yeah, it looks like they've got their top four locked down, and now they're really trying to figure out 5, 6, 7, 8. You got for the open. I think you were trying to say room, not run. I don't know, but I haven't seen anybody. How you see Arabic player? The blue trucks guy. Trunks. Nihat the Rock Kaya. That's a good nickname. The guy to the right, Nihat, looks good. Yeah, so they've got their top placings figured out. Now they're really trying to get their best, most fair and impartial scoring of the rest of the top 10. That's what's going on right now. Shaban Fitness, is this Mo Shaban? Or is it different? Yeah, I will be showing it. I'm horrible at commenting on it, so please forgive me ahead of time. Angel's top 3 Olympia. Angel has actually been top 2. Zagarella. Well, you can't always go by who's beaten who, but you've got to remember we still have Keon Pearson as the reigning Mr. Olympia. He's very good. We still have Sean Clarita competing. He's a 212 Olympia champion as well. He was second place last year. So Nihat would have to get past both of those guys to win, which I'm not saying is impossible. Yeah, Zagarella is very good. I'm a fan of Giuseppe Zagarella. They're putting him in the middle now? Is that him? I have to keep clicking around. No, that's not Zagarella there in the middle. No, Zagarella's got way better quads than that. Zagarella's probably 5th place, I'm guessing, based on what's going on. Nihat is a joke. Why is he a joke? You can't just say somebody's a joke. You have to say why. What do you have against him? What's wrong with his physique? He looks pretty damn good to me. Guys, shut the F up and watch the Turkish tank. Nihat. Turkey. Purple. Who's in the purple trunks, meathead? I have to go back and try to find your other comment now. There's so many comments, it's hard. We got 700 people watching. Appreciate all you guys, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. Let's go. How far back am I? How far behind am I should say. Yeah, so Nihat Kaya number 1. I think I'm way past that. Yeah. Okay. Nihat is way overrated. I don't think he's overrated. He's pretty damn good. Hope Nihat wins his class. Phenol, structural lines, crazy condition as well. Yeah, I mean, he looks like a clear winner. This is 212, Shelton. This is 212. Nihat's father? Are you Nihat's father? I don't know. No travel ban for Turkey. No, we're cool with Turkey. Trump has no problem with Turkey, I guess. So, yeah. It's Iran that we're having a lot of issues with. And we're bombing them. So, technically, officially, we're not at war with Turkey, with Iran. But we've been bombing their nuclear facilities, the U.S. Air Force. So, think if you're bombing a country, you're at war. Right? Nihat, does he win? Angel midsection. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't have the smallest midsection. Agreed. What's this? It's about the golden ratio. Yeah, the golden ratio. Yeah, now this is like third, fourth call out guys. They're not going to be in the top, but hey, they made it and they're in shape. Yeah, the golden ratio, that was going back to like ancient Greek sculpture, the proportions that they followed for bone structure, for muscularity. I know in the very old days of bodybuilding, we're talking about like the 40s and 50s, they used to strive to have equal measurements of the neck, the upper arm, and the calf. So I like remember Steve Reeves, he was a movie star and he was Mr. Universe champion. A lot of people in the old days considered him to be the perfect physique. And I think he was 17.5 or 18-inch neck, arms, and calf. Everything was perfectly in proportion. Smash it, Nihat. A lot of love from the Turks. Turks, you love your guy. Timing is not accurate. I said that about the near shots. So you see them compare the quality from the live stream is good. Yeah, this is not bad. This isn't a bad. We got spoiled with a couple 4K live streams, but this live stream is pretty damn good. Turkey, where they kill all dogs and cats? No, I mean, when I was in Turkey, they were running around wild all over the place. Your thought on Indian men's physique lineup? Well, we haven't seen men's physique, so I have nothing to say. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Turkey. Don't support Turkey. Well, I don't want anybody killing dogs and cats for sure. Yeah, I'd like to come back again. There's a lot of places I want to go. I still want to go to Greece, Italy. My wife's going to Italy with her sisters in the fall. I wish I could go, but it's a girls' trip. I'm not invited. Next place I know I'm definitely going is Australia in 2026. My daughter's getting remarried to her husband. They're married, but they never did a really big wedding. They had a smaller wedding back in 2016 here in Boston. Partially secure his green card, I think. He's from Australia. Nihat Kaya got the gold medal. What is this prayer? Stop spamming your religion shit. What time is open? We don't know. I don't know why you keep asking me this, Shaban, because there is no men's physique lineup. I don't know what you mean. You're going to have to rephrase your question. Keon is untouchable. I don't see anybody beating Keon for a long time, guys. I don't. So the 212 guys, we're looking at like third, fourth call out guys right now. The judges are giving everybody a good look. These guys, they trained and dieted just like Nihat and Angel and Giuseppe and Rado. They trained just as hard as the guys who were in the first call out, and they prepped for this show. So I'm glad when Keon's in shape, he's just got almost perfect genetics. Genetics are insane on that guy. Look at the arms on that gentleman right there. Wow. Is there a reason guys choose certain color trunks? Well, you're supposed to choose one that complements your physique well, which, that's sort of an aesthetic choice. I used to typically go, because you can't go wrong with black. Typically, if you have a wider waist, you want to go with a darker color, because a really bright or a light color sort of draws attention to your waistline, which you don't want to do if you have a thicker waist or a wide waist. I always went with black trunks for judging, sometimes even for finals, because I never had a really tiny waist like my son does. The guys with the smaller waist, they can get away. They can get away with brighter trunks, brighter colored trunks. Some Turkish right there. Turkey. It's funny because usually you see BR, Brazil. Today, the Turks, you guys have come out to say hello, and I have been to your country. I have been to Turkey, and I toured Istanbul. Beautiful place. We went to the Blue Mosque. Amazing architecture, and the tile work. Millions of tiles in that place. Very impressive. Nihat Kaya. We went to the old Roman cistern, the thing underground where they used to keep all their water, and there's still sculptures and columns down there. That was really cool. But yeah, there were a lot of dogs and cats just running wild in the streets, strays, like packs of them. They would run in packs. You'd see like anywhere from 4 to 12 dogs together, 4 to 12 cats all kind of hanging out together or walking around from place. To wait for Nihat is only 22 years old. Yeah. If Nihat looks this good at 22 and he's improved drastically since last year, you can imagine, okay, so this is your final call out. This is your top 2, and no surprise. Oh, who did we get out there? Is that Zagarella? Yep. Giuseppe Zagarella. And who is that gentleman on the left? I don't know. Anybody know? Nihat will be 2 at the Mr. Olympia. I mean, he does have incredible shape. What's up, Ron Harris? I'm going to jump ahead to see if anybody knows who. Who is that in the greenish trunks? Does anybody know? Oh, is that it was 9:58? I don't know if that's still Shane because I'm so far past. Shane Dudoshak on the left. So is that one of the newer guys that just turned pro? Because he wasn't on the list. Todo bien, hermano. Haters, not for Nihat because of religion. Don't mind them. I mean, let's not talk about it. Was it Hector? Was Hector there? Oh, is Hector, is that you? I didn't realize that was your account. Hector Mendoza, my buddy. I haven't seen him in a long time. I got to skip this commercial. Oh, they skipped it already. Name the top 3. I mean, I know the top 2 are Nihat, Angel, and I'm not sure who's going to be third. Let's go, Hector. Don't overdo Keon. Can't lose Nihat. I think second Olympia. Turkey. Yeah, that's how you spell it in your language. Correct. When does the Open competition start? We don't know, Theo. We don't know. I plan to, yes. I haven't been to a show since the New York Pro in 2024 was my last show, a pro show. Now, so the judges are having a final look at the top 4, but you can see in the middle, it's down to Angel and Nihat Kaya from Turkey. Saludos desde Mexico, that's salutes, hello, basically, from Mexico. Nihat top 1, it's the winner. Yeah, Angel's a bigger man. He's thicker, but Nihat is just perfectly put together. Beautiful shape. I'm giving him the win. Yeah, I would hope he has more muscle maturity because he's got to be, I'm not sure how old Angel is. He's got to be 40 or close to it by this point. Classic. Well, we'll see what's next because everybody's leaving the stage. I don't know, Carlos. I hope not. I'm streaming, but I am not streaming the stream. This is Aretha Labs' channel. She would be the one to be upset with me, but I hope she won't be because I'm a big fan of Aretha. Met her in my final days with MD. She helped translate for a UFC, I think his name was Carlos Oliveira, a UFC fighter who was with MHP Labs, and we did an interview. Ended up doing an article about him. Well, Muzzy's not in the show. I think Muzzy's over in China, and I think that's already all over. Sir, be happy. Nihat. Classic. I'm not sure what's next. Muzzy. What will be next? That's a good question. That's a great question. Nihat. Thank you. When the open shows start, we need to see Behrooz. I agree. I want to see Behrooz too. I can't wait to see Behrooz. What about Classic? We're going to find out as soon as we see it. Yeah, you're correcting us. It's Turkey. I don't have all those characters on my keyboard, though. Well, I guess I could figure out how to get them, but it's Turkey. Kaya, Turkey. Am I saying it right? Probably not. Bro, we were watching a bodybuilding show in Dubai. We've come a long way. I mean, a long way from the old days when we wouldn't have even found out the results of this show for a month. Nihat overrated? Yeah, because the swing shooter guys walk around looking like that everywhere. I mean, he's not overrated. He looks really good. Long way from what it used to be, Mike. Come to Nepal. That was the 212 show. We just did it. I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick, guys. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. All right, I can see it's classic physique. I'm sorry, not classic. Men's physique. Show you how many men's physique guys we have here. Take a look at this, guys. Men's physique. Wow, that is a lot of guys. I think it's 37 or something. I don't even want to count. I'm wondering how many of them I see from Iran. There's a few. I wonder if they all made it out. Unfortunately, not everybody made it out. Okay, well, this gives me time to go to all your comments. I certainly have time now. Okay, when open show. So we know that we're getting men's physique out of the way now anyway. Yeah. Nihat Kaya, Mustafa Kamil. I'm not sure who that is. Nihat. Turkey. Did I miss Masterpiece? So the 212 division went up first. And now we have men's physique. I assume they're going to be happy. Love you. Well, thank you. Calderon. This person believes Borja Sima believes Angel Calderon Frias will be triumphant today. He might be. I mean, apples and oranges, you got to pick one. If the judges were more inclined to reward shape, symmetry, flow, structure, a little bit more over mass, because it is a subjectively judged sport, then Angel will be. I mean, if it's more leaning toward shape and symmetry and flow, I would give it to Nihat all day. If you decide mass weighs more heavily in your estimation, you're going to go for Angel. What do you think about Nihat's future? I think he's got an incredibly bright future. He's only 22 years old. So we have not even seen his full potential by a long shot. He did this show last year, and I was looking at that footage or looking at those photos and videos when we did the preview show, me and Giles the other day, and he's come a long way. He's already put on significant mass in 1 year's time from age 21 to 22. So, you don't keep making that same rate of progress forever, but like I said, I had heard that he was 20 pounds under the 212 limit last year. Plenty of room to grow. He's probably closed the gap by about 10 pounds, I would guess. So when he gets to 212, assuming he keeps that waist in the midsection nice and small, a flat midsection, unless he doesn't blow out his waist, he's going to be right up there pushing guys like Keon. I don't think he's going to give Keon any trouble this year. But in the future, for sure. But, of course, by then, Keon Pearson might be long gone from 212. This might be Keon's last year's 212. I don't know how much longer. He was 205 or so at the last Olympia. He's probably going to be closer to 212, but I think once he starts having trouble getting down to 212, which thus far Keon has not, but once he does, that's when I see him moving to open, and I think I believe in my heart, Keon Pearson will be a future Mr. Olympia. No, you didn't miss Classic. The only division that's been judged and completed so far was 212 division. Turkey. I've never seen so many Turks on the live stream. Good to have you guys. Like I said, I have been to Turkey. I could say I spent, I think I was there for 5 or 6 days in Istanbul. Cool thing I didn't realize about Istanbul until I started looking into it is half the city of Istanbul is in Europe and half is in Asia. I stayed at a hotel where they put us up now hair time. Everyone stays at the same, it's like a 5-star. It's a very nice hotel. That hotel is actually in Asia, but then, they come pick you up in their limo and you're driving for 5 minutes and now you're in Europe. So the clinic, the hospital setting where they actually did the hair transplant, same place I went was the same place that Chris Bumstead went. His brother-in-law, Ian Valliere, was there with him. They both had their hair transplant done at the same time. They went 2 months before I did. They went in December 2023. I went in February 2024. Coach Greg Doucette has been there. The dogs which kids kill. Well, if a dog anywhere kills a human, it's gonna be destroyed. They're gonna kill that dog. A lot of times, even if a dog just bites somebody, not a fatal wound, they're gonna put that dog down. Turkey, turkey, turkey. There's a guy from Egypt who lives in Greece. This can be today to open. He's from Egypt, lives in Greece. It's Ashraf Hassassin. Is he in this division? Classic physique? No, I don't see his name. Yeah, I don't recognize too many of these. Eric Lisboa. I do recognize some of these names. Richard Nagy from Hungary. Oh, that's classic. I'm looking at classic. So men's physique. So who are you looking for? Ashraf Hassassin. Men's physique open. I don't see him on the list. Oh, well, the list is sort of jumping around alphabetically, but no, I don't see him. It's a big, big group. Did anybody from USA make it over? Nope. Nobody from USA made it over to compete in men's physique. Classic physique, did we get any Americans? Obviously, this is not a show where a lot of Americans come out to. No, not one American in classic. We did have an American guy in 212. I had never heard of him before today. That was Orlando Perdomo Lopez. Perdomo. In the bodybuilding, on the open bodybuilding, we do have USA represented by Tonio Burton. So that's coming up. All right, back to your comments, guys. Turkey, turkey, turkey. Yeah, there's a huge men's physique lineup. The two biggest classes here today, and there's no women's divisions. That's why the show is going to move along a lot faster. We don't have to look at bikini, wellness, fit model, figure, fitness, physique, bodybuilding. There's a lot of women's divisions, and we don't have any of them here today. Today at the Dubai Pro, we have the four men's divisions, and that is it. So we're looking at 212, which has already gone on, men's physique, which is up now. And after, oh no, they're going to let everyone do an individual. This is going to take forever. My bad. Good Lord. Yeah. So yeah, just the four men's pro divisions are all we're going to see today. Nihat, Turkey, Vesi, Ozdemir. I feel like showing my turkey pictures. Well, I got so many guys from Turkey here. Why not, right? I know this is a little unorthodox, guys. But since I appreciate all you Turkish fans joining in the live stream, didn't I do an album for it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. I'm going to show my turkey pictures while these guys are up. Why not? I just want to show you Turkey. Show you guys in Turkey that I was there. No, stop screen, present. Where do I want to present? I can only show so many things at once. Yeah. Present. I can't show all the screens at once, so I have to close out the Dubai Pro one, I think. Yeah, I'm going to close one of these screens out. Now, let me see if I can do it. No. Well, I thought I could do it, guys. I guess I can't. Guess I can't. I'm going to go back to the competitor list so I can show that. Oh, I can share this tab. Okay, I can. Am I sharing it? Okay, so just going to show you guys my Istanbul trip while we're waiting for these individual guys. So this was in front of the Blue Mosque. This is inside the Blue Mosque in Istanbul with our tour guide, Sema. She was great. Spent a full day with Sema. We had a great lunch, some snacks, some good coffee. Look at the tile work. You know, it's over 1,000 years old, I believe, this mosque. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I know it's old. It's hundreds of years old, maybe even over 1,000 years old. There we are again, Blue Mosque. Blue Mosque. It's beautiful. You can see all the tourists. And this was in February when it was pretty cold, pretty chilly. So that was an obelisk. Came from Egypt 2,000 years ago. Somehow they moved that entire obelisk from Egypt to Istanbul while this was all part of the Roman Empire. The Romans controlled most of the civilized world at that time. These were the police. They had some cool Bentleys. There's a Bentley and there's a Benz sports car there. They're police cars. Traffic, so that means traffic police, traffic policy. Yeah, I guess Turkish is probably not that hard a language to learn because I think a lot of the words are similar to English. I did learn some catchphrases while I was there. The Hagia Sophia, which is another ancient mosque, very rich cultural tradition in Turkey going back thousands of years. Hagia Sophia. Ancient Roman cistern where the city's water was stored. My buddy Chris Griffin reminded me that it was in the James Bond movie From Russia with Love. So yeah, this is all underwater. You can see it's about 2 feet deep in water. And it's a Medusa statue with the Medusa on its head on its side. There it's upside down. The inverted Medusa head is one of the columns. This is all underwater. They've got it lit very artistically. Yeah, there you can see the Medusa with the snakes for hair. More. Still in the cistern. There's some coffee and some baklava. And these are all hair. The rest of it's actually just hair. My hair transplant picture. So that's yikes. That was my pillow. That was me bald. Oof. Weird look for me. Weird being bald. Popeye's chicken. That was the airport. We were just waiting to go home. And there were the packages. There was the limo. All right. It's time to stop sharing that and go back to the Dubai Pro. Okay. Oh, I need to share that. Share screen. Okay. All right, we're back. All right, so men's judging. Hope I killed some time there. So you mentioned Roman Empire, modern Turkey goes back further to Hellenic, Greek Empire, and Persian Empire. Thank you, man. I took ancient history years ago. I'm talking like over 40 years ago, so I've forgotten quite a bit. Persian Empire, long before Roman Turkey. Appreciate the stream, yeah. Persian Empire, which was, you saw the Greeks and the Persians fighting in the movie 300 and the sequel 300, Rise of an Empire. Very cool movies. If you haven't seen 300, who hasn't seen 300? Turkey. Trump number 90. Immense physique is from India. Once he come, I want your thoughts on him. Remember 90. Shaban, I am awful at judging men's physique. I mean, they all look great to me. To me, they all have huge shoulders, wide back, little waist. This is what bothers me. A lot of times their calf development is just awful. I mean, this guy here, I don't know his name, and I'm not picking on him, but look at how muscular and developed his back is, his shoulders, chest. He's even got some legs. You can see his legs peeking out there. He's got some leg development, but his calves are just almost non-existent. So that was 82. So I guess you want me to wait and talk about number 90 when he gets up there. That's fine. Turkey. Guys are arguing with each other. Turkey. Vesi. Ozdemir. Am I saying your name right? Probably not. Some of these guys look like they didn't diet in men's physique. No way. That must have been on the 212. Where are you from, you stupid fog? Oh, boy. How far back? Jeez, how many comments are there? Oh, thank you so much. Nihat Kaya. Adami Sikir. Nihat Kaya legend. Thank you, AV. AV Alperen Yildiz. Shoulder surgery is Wednesday. Yeah, it's coming right up. Bas Nihat Bas. What does that mean? Tulug Hoka Sindisik. I don't know what language that is. Who's winning 212? Well, Ruben, I'm guessing it's going to be Nihat Kaya, the 22-year-old. 22 years old. USA, USA. When does the ranking start? Do they rank at the same time for the categories at once? Well, this is judging, and I think they're going to go straight to finals from judging. I hope Hadi can still come to the U.S. I don't know, man. If we're at war with a country, that gets me really worried about any travel from Iran to there. But, obviously there's no flights from Iran to the USA anyway. He would have to connect somewhere. I don't know. I'm not ruling it out. I want to see Hadi Choopan in the Olympia, of course. He's a past Mr. Olympia champion. It'd be pretty crazy if he can't get to the Olympia this year. It would be awful because he has been working all year. He did not do these other shows like the Arnold and the Pittsburgh and New York Pro like a lot of these top Olympian guys. He's saved everything, all his prep, his energy, his time. He's devoting everything to the Mr. Olympia, and I would hate to see all that go to waste and him not get into the USA for the Olympia. That would be awful. Yeah, this is men's physique. So I can train now 90 minutes. Yeah, I hope this will take 90 minutes. Hope Hadi can still come to the U.S. Atakan Daha Sanuk Yok Mustafa. I wish I even knew what language that was. Turkish? Is it Turkish? When does the ranking start? This all looks like the same language. I'm guessing this is all Turkish. Yavuzhan Bulbul. Get ready, 300 guys. No, it's close to 40 guys. It's a lot of guys. And I'm sorry I'm not commenting on the men's physique, guys. I don't want to say they all look alike. That sounds like I'm putting them down, but to me, it's hard because they all have a very similar look. Bodybuilding, I know that's how some people say bodybuilding is it's a bunch of big buff guys. I can differentiate and delineate between the different types of bodybuilding physiques, like Nihat and Angel, two very, very different looks. I don't see too many guys in men physique that have vastly divergent looks from each other. I see very, very similar looks over and over again. Mustafa Zaman Kikichak. I'm sorry if I'm murdering your language, guys. Bas Nihat Bas. Tulug Okasinde. I gotta. Who's winning 212? Well, I already went there. I went back because I know I have time to. Where's Hidayet? Who's Hidayet? I'm going to look at the competitor list for men's physique. Sorry, who are you looking for? Hidayet. Was there Hidayet? Hidayet. I'm looking at the list of. Okay, so you're talking about Hidayet Maharamli from Azerbaijan. And I don't think he's come up yet. I don't think so. We still have a good amount of guys to look at. Is this number 90? Is this who I was supposed to look at? Oh, I missed number 91. So I wouldn't even be able to tell you, honestly. I mean, I could say this guy's lean, but the men's physique guys in general, they bring condition. I don't think I've ever seen a really out of shape men's physique competitor. I'm not saying they all have fast metabolisms, but I don't think there's too many of them that would have been fat guys had they not gone into men's physique. There's your VIPs up there in the front row. Still going. Okay. Thank you again for that $44.99 in Turkish money. When does the ranking start for 212? They're done. 212 is over. Yeah, they judged 212 first, and now we're looking at men's physique. Zagarello is looking good, Ruben. I think he's going to be probably third place. And then I think I would have Rado Angelov from Bulgaria. I think I would have him in fourth, or vice versa. Nihat killed it. 22 years old looking like this is insane. I agree. Totally agree. It's the next show on the calendar. Next show. go back to the schedule, pro schedule. Next show for open men is next weekend. No, wait, June 22nd. Yeah, next weekend. We have the Flex Weekend Pro in Italy next weekend. Open Masters 40. Yeah, I mean, I hope I'm in good enough. I should be able to do it. I mean, my arm's going to be in a sling. I don't really need two hands to do what I'm doing right here, do I? Probably not. Schedule results. Homepage. I want to go to Dubai Pro competitor list. I want to keep the competitor list up. Yeah, I should be able to do that. No problem. Meathead, my Cox Chicago Pro. Chicago Pro. No, so it's Flex Weekend Italy is the next one. I marked the big shows on my calendar. For instance, I know, yeah, this is an actual old school calendar. Tampa Pro is August 2nd. Texas Pro is August 9th. I know there's other shows happening. Yeah. I feel like I want to go grab a snack. I'm getting on no plane. Yeah. After we got a villa for the Tampa show, we'll be there. Oh, wow. I'm really going to miss seeing you guys because I'm fairly certain I'm not going to make it to Tampa, Mike. Mike and his lovely wife, Mandy, always love seeing them at the Tampa show. It's been like for many years in a row, but I didn't get to go last year because I have to go on my own dime now. I don't get anything paid for anymore. MD used to send me to all the shows, airfare, hotel. I got a meal allowance every day. Azerbaijan, mini vacation in Tampa, Hidayet. Yeah, nice. Guy with purple shorts is Moroccan. What's your opinion about him? I don't have opinions on any of these men's physique guys. I'm sorry. Keon, 212 category, where Hidayet. Hussein Karima from Iran is here. Oh, he made it. Brandon C. and I are working on a resiliency seminar at MCS. Oh, wow. That's a good idea. Salafin. I think Nihat Kaya is winning. Is there an upper body competition? Well, they're not judging. They're really not judging the legs. Some of them do have pretty good leg development, but they're not judging it. Nihat is not here. Objectives. Some of the Turkish guys are swearing. Oh no, I wouldn't know because I can't read Turkish. My break at work. Did open prejudging? No, you didn't miss open. Classic after that open. Okay. Oh, these are the owners of the show, not VIP. Okay. Same because they utilize the delt and rear delt needle regime. Well, they all have amazing shoulders, little waists. Let's see. You can rewind. Yeah, you can rewind. Thank you, Catherine. Appreciate that. Atlanta show next. Nihat Burdami. So after this is classic physique, I guess, and then we're going to do open. So it's going to be a minute. Yeah, this is live right now. I'm sure a lot of guys would love to have a men's physique body so they can play about. Oh, I would love to have that body. I wish I had a small waist like that. These guys all have better shoulder to waist ratios than me. Most of them have better arms than me, for sure. What's up, Mark? Do you think Sam Samoan can win a men's physique show? Most Samoans I've seen have pretty thick bones. They're wide in the waist. I'm sure they're not all built like that, but I've seen a lot of Samoans that are just very, very stocky guys with big joints. Physique is really killing him. Nihat is coming to Olympia. I knew you meant Samson. No, Samson couldn't do men's physique. He needed to lose about 100 pounds of muscle. Can Dubai Pro Show overtake shows like the Arnold Classic? I don't see that happening. It's definitely a huge show, and I'm glad they're giving away so much money. That's great. I'm going to run away. I'm going to run away and get a quick snack, guys. I'll be back because I don't want to go away while we're doing open at all. I don't want to miss any of that. All right. What did I miss? Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that, guys. I just had 2 bowls of cornflakes with chocolate protein powder as my milk. Yeah. Let's see how far back I am. Okay, let's get some comments. Wow. Nihat, Nizaman. I can't read that. Oh, he's in open, Ashraf Assassin. Did he just turn pro yesterday? Because in the open. Oh no, there he is on the list. Ashraf Assassin from Egypt. Okay, I'll be looking for him. Sure. Don't know what that means. I assume most of this is in Turkish. I don't know. What country is that? In. I don't know. All hail the Queen. What? 5 years ago, Samson could have done men's. No, I think like 10 years ago, Samson could have done men's physique. 10 years ago, he was just starting to train. He didn't have a lot of muscle mass on him, Samson Dauda. Being a genetic phenomenon, as soon as he started training, eating, and then, adding in the PEDs, he blew the F up. He's huge. There's absolutely no way he could do. Was Sonny Schmidt a Samoan? That's a good question. I don't know the answer. Milos would know. He was a very good friend of the late Sonny Schmidt. Sonny was from Australia, New Zealand. I can't remember now. It's been so long. Yeah, don't know. Check his old pictures. Waiting open category. I'm streaming Aretha's channel. This is not the stream. Yeah, so I'm taking a chance here, guys. Anybody English and Turkish speaking, I hope they don't talk any war shit here. Yeah, I'd hate to lose my YouTube channel. The War on Stage, War with the Weights, what a name. Oh, Ian must be India, I guess. Guys, yeah, no talk about wars or anything. No talk about wars. We don't want to get into politics here, guys. So yeah, this is not the stream, guys. This is Aretha Lab. She's got a great channel out of Brazil. And she is streaming. I'm not streaming the stream. She is streaming the stream, and I'm streaming her channel. And I hope Aretha doesn't come at me. But beautiful woman, intelligent, because you can see she's got glasses. She's actually a very well-known journalist in Brazil. That's why she does coverage for these shows. She can comment on all the men's divisions, which I give her a lot of credit because I can't comment on most of the women's divisions. The only women's divisions I can sit there and really give a meaningful commentary critique on, I would say, are women's physique and women's bodybuilding. Bikini, I have no clue what I'm looking at. They all look great. They all look the same to me. Figure, I can judge figure, but I'm not confident. Fit model, forget about it. Fitness, I don't know. Fitness, the physique round I can judge because they're actually pretty close. Some of them are closer to women's physique, the women that compete in women's fitness. They're very, very well developed. Most of them have more like a figure body. But the physique round I could judge. The fitness routine round, you know, I would know like the ones I could probably judge the best routine. I could say, wow, that knocked my socks off. But I'm going by what's entertaining me when I'm watching their routines. I'm not going by the standards of they have to have certain strength moves in there and the gymnastics. And, you know, I know there's criteria that the judges, they have in mind when they're looking at women's fitness, but I'm not really aware of that. I think all these guys train legs, Donald Pump. A lot of times if they have tight shorts on, and most of the times lately, they've gotten away for the most part. A lot of top guys don't wear the loose shorts anymore. They have pretty tight shorts where you can see the development of the legs, and they do have pretty good quad development, hamstring development. I do come down hard on them a lot of times for not having any calves. Why is there no professional live stream with sound? Oh, so there is a stream you can buy. You can go to the Dubai Pro event website. I'm sorry. Go to their Instagram page, and there's a link there to get the high quality stream. And you don't have to look at me or Aretha or any of these other wacky shit. You can stream the whole thing perfectly as it's meant to be seen. It's $30 US. And go for it. And you don't have to. You can hear the sound. You can hear everything. Africa sucks. Oh boy, we need to make our own sounds. Yeah, one thing. I don't know if this is first call. Typically, the one thing you can't do on YouTube anyway, you can't have any music on YouTube that's, you know, licensed music, because you can get a copyright strike very easily. The music is one thing that they'll catch you almost immediately for. So, like when I do screen recordings to use for clips of video of posing routines and things like that, I cut the sound out, because otherwise, that's the easiest way to get a strike as a YouTube channel is using licensed music, which all these hits that you're hearing, that's all licensed. So, yeah. Niha, Donald Pump, our president. Yeah, there is a professional stream. It's men's physique. Who needs sound? Where I Googled it, I'll show you if I can do it. So I do want to come on Instagram. Dubai Pro event. So this is the Dubai Pro Instagram page. Check that out. Dubai_Pro_event. And that was Nihat and one of the classic guys. Oh, that's Daboul. That's Michael Daboul. There's Nihat with Michael Daboul, who's in classic physique. They were doing a little pose down, which is pretty cool to have guys from different divisions posing against each other. You can see classic and 212. It's all bodybuilding, guys. It's all bodybuilding. I know they call this classic physique, and that's 212. And it's classic physique to me is bodybuilding. They just have a weight cap. So it's a little different. So if you go to their stream, if you go to their bio there at the top of the screen, you click on that where it's the little link, it says watch, and then you can go right to it. Okay, so here were some good shots that they had from. Did they tag the guys? No, they didn't tag anybody. But that was that's Zagarella on the right. That is next to him, Nihat Kaya from Turkey, Angel Calderon Frias from Spain, and I cannot recall this. I don't know this guy's name. I'm sorry. He's definitely going to be in the top four. But that was a great top four for 212. Very, very competitive. Yeah. Show that. Side tricep. Yeah, you could see that. Geez, Angel and Nihat were just so close, so close. Just different types of physiques. Angel is a much thicker, more Herculean physique. You can see the condition on Angel is really good, but it's starting to fade. And Nihat edged him out a little bit in the condition. It'll be interesting to see how it goes. That was the whole top 6, the whole first call out. Good lighting at this show, good backdrop. I know you guys want a plain black backdrop, but you got to say this is a pretty plain backdrop. It's not what we call busy. There's not a lot of banners and flashing lights going on. I think they have banners up high. I'm not sure, but it's a pretty well lit show, and the background does not distract or take away from the physiques in any way. So I think they did a hell of a job, these Dubai Pro, and obviously they're putting out a lot of money. They come up with some really good prize money. This was just posted 37 minutes ago on their show. Yeah, men's physique is still up. Good look at the venue. Doesn't look like a huge venue. Although then again, I don't know where this camera is. Yeah, this is definitely a lot smaller venue than say where we watched the Arnold or the Olympia. The Olympia seats like 5,000. The Arnold, I don't think seats as many as the Olympia, the Battelle Hall that they have there in the convention center. See, everybody's probably streaming. They're not supposed to. It's one of the camera setups. There's Angel. Good shot of Angel. Nihat. Number 17. Not really sure who that is. Looks really good. That's Radislav Angelov. Can't remember his name. They didn't tag anybody. No, there's no tags. This guy looked really good too. It was a very competitive class. 212 division. That must be the Filipino guy. Looks Filipino. Wow, I think they're showing everybody in this post. So this is the Dubai Pro event Instagram page we're looking at right now. Yeah, it looks like they have individual shots of every 212. That's Zagarella right there. I know what he looks like. Yeah, this guy number 30. I wish I knew who he was. He looks pretty great. This gentleman turned pro yesterday. I know that. Yeah, I think the 212 division had 4 guys in it that were. Oh, there's Breon backstage. Breon Ansley, everybody. Breon doing some interviews with Daboul back there. Breon, of course, 2-time Classic Physique Olympia champion himself. Daboul still trying to get that Olympia title. He's been top 5 a couple times. He's no joke. Sid backstage. Pro Show Live. And they've got some interviews going on backstage with various professionals. There's Ahmad Ashkenani, the 212 champ, who's been as high as, I think he was second at the Olympia one year. I know he's been top 5 a few times. Also won the Arnold Classic the very first year. I covered the Arnold Classic as the online editor, and I would go on to cover it in 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So 7 years in a row, I covered the Arnold Classic and the Olympia and the New York Pro and other shows as the online editor for MD. But then there was no MD. Stop sharing. Okay, we're back. Oh, I want to go back to Dubai Pro. Dubai Pro. Okay. All right, we're back, guys. We're back. We're back online. If Ron Harrison makes sense, I would pay 34. Well, you can. Again, Dubai_pro_event. You can go there and get your live stream. It's $30, and it's, you don't have to see me, Aretha. You don't have to see all this other crap. You can probably see a little higher quality because this is kind of a copy of a copy. No, it's available everywhere, Ninja. The stream is available wherever you are in the world. You just have to go to the Dubai Pro event Instagram page, and there's a bio there that takes you directly to a link to purchase the live stream. And here comes the Ron Harris sound. Huh? Yeah, I did leave the room for a few minutes to go eat. Someone just said no. No, I actually went to eat. I have to, if I waited until this whole judging was over, because we still have Classic and Open to get through. If we waited for all of that to get through, I guarantee you I would be fading. I would be getting brain fog and low blood sugar and all that. Donald Pump, my president. What's up, man? Where's Amit? I'm not sure which Amit you mean. I'm looking at the men's physique lineup, and I think you mean Amit Eagre, E-A-G-R-E from India. I see him on the list. It's a lot of guys, though. It's a big show. General link. I guess you can access. Yeah, we've been able to keep it somewhat civil on the chat. I mean, sometimes we get a troll here and there. You know, we don't have too much politics going here because I'm not a very political person. I don't get into, I'm not going to sit here and talk about Israel and Palestine and Gaza and what's going on with Iran and the U.S. And it's awful. I mean, athletics, sports should really supersede and be a totally separate entity from politics, which is why, that's the Olympic Games. The spirit of the Olympic Games when it was created like 130 years ago or longer. They wanted to bring all the countries together in the spirit of athletic competition, sporting. And let's just put all their differences aside. Who's at war with who? Okay, so physique's over. Good. Classic. There's a post with a QR code in it. Yeah. So he's talking about the Dubai Pro event Instagram page. There's a link in the bio at the top of the page, and there's also a QR code in this post. You can scan that and purchase your live stream. You can get that anywhere in the world. You don't have to be anywhere in particular to buy the live stream. It's a worldwide thing. We have a World Wide Web, www. So we're waiting now for Classic, I guess. I'll be watching for Ashraf Hasasnin for sure. Oh, you don't use Instagram. Okay. And I don't know how you're going to find it. Maybe if you do a search 2025 Dubai Pro live stream, it'll come up with a link. I don't know. I thought everybody was on Instagram. I thought it was like mandatory. Silverware jingling in the background. Well, that was for music. Guy in red takes a swing. Glad you were able to figure it out because I wasn't. Red or black and yellow. Sound is off. Yeah, the sound is off on the stream. You can't have music playing on YouTube or you get a copyright strike and you're done. That's one thing they're very adamant about. And now they got Breon Ansley joining Sid to do the commentary on Classic Physique. That's great because who better than a two-time Classic Physique Olympia champion, Breon, to provide the commentary for Classic Physique. Great. That's Ashraf is Greek, Egyptian. What's that, a Yeti over there? What the heck is that? Uber Eats. It's an Uber Eats ad. I got to wait till I can skip through it. Nope. Looks like we're going to have to watch the whole Uber Eats commercial. Oh, it's over. Okay. So, India. IN. Now I know India is IN. I know TK is Turkey. BR is Brazil. So I did not ask permission, but I encourage you all to subscribe to Aretha Lab. And if you were watching her stream, which is commentary in Portuguese, you would have a bigger picture on your screen than you do on mine because mine is picture in a picture in a picture, 2 generations down. If you go to Aretha's channel, Aretha Lab, you could watch this without me and the other stuff that's around hers. So predictions for the Open. I think it's going to be either Behrooz, Nathan, or William Bonac for the win. When is Open? So we have Classic Physique now, and then Open is going to be after that. Could you explain competition because we can't hear? Well, I can't hear it either. I haven't been doing much commentary. Oh, it looks like they're bringing. This must be the top few guys that they want one final look at. I've eaten a lot of breakfast cereal in my day. That is absolutely true. So this is probably your top 4. Let's see if I can look at any of the number. I don't have names to matching the numbers anyway. I was told to look out for a number 90. Did he make it? A number 90 from India. Yeah. So Aretha, I'm using your stream, so I'm giving you a plug though. You can scan her QR code there, and Aretha Lab is her channel. Aretha Luz, fantastic journalist from the great country of Brazil. No, number 90 did not make the final 4. So that was your final 4. Looks like they're done. So Classic is next. I heard. Yeah, they typically save it for Open. Yeah. So we'll see who's going to win Dubai Pro. Who's the best bodybuilder? So, yeah, they have Zagarella in a solid third, I think. Giuseppe Zagarella, solid third in the 212. And the win is going to be, it's got to be either Angel or Nihat. I would go with Nihat. I prefer his physique. Neckzilla just posted a picture. Go to Neckzilla. Show you Neckzilla's latest shot. He just posted this while we were covering the show. Okay. So there's Rubiel Mosquera, aka Neckzilla. That's how he's looking before he goes on stage. That was his final hotel room check-in. Incredible side shots. His side tricep is one of the best I've ever seen. He's damn near perfect in the side tricep. The waist looks great from the side. Those quads are insane. It just looks a little thicker. This is a better condition than I think I've ever seen Rubiel in. So Rubiel might be a surprise today. You know, I didn't really have him in my top 5. I didn't. I had him probably 6th, somewhere around there. I thought he was going to get beat by Behrooz, Nathan, Bonac, Tonio, and Mo Foda, and maybe even Ali Edward Kogba. But we'll see. Things could change. Things could really change. You know, I have nothing against Rubiel. The structure is a little funky to me, but, you know, he's a freak. Bodybuilding's always had a place for freaks and a big fan base for freaks. So, yeah. Ooh, are they on break? They're on break. All right, so the Classic is out now. They're doing groups, and then they will do individuals. Classic Physique is a big class today. Bonac sucks. For a guy who sucks, he's done pretty well. He's won 2 Arnold Classics. He's been as high as 2nd in the Olympia. He's won, I don't know how many pro shows. It's probably close to 10 at this point. Bonac looks like a superhero. Yeah, I mean, to say he sucks. Some India. Ron Singh representing India there. MPH clear winner to Czech Republic. We got top 5. Well, let's wait till we see what they look like. The Open hasn't started yet. They're going to do Open last. Wage still this morning was on points. Now I'm back at 14,000 steps. Shakri is the best from Egypt. We have predictions for the Open. Yeah, clearly win. Angelo have no change. I think you mean Angel Calderon Frias has no chance. Nihat Kaya. I'm not really sure you'd say that. And Bundan Sundra Dedilir. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I don't understand here. All right, so your skeleton will still have the. That's not true. I think your hair goes away. Lord, Jan asking. Do I need anything from Costco? Sonny grew up in Western Samoa. They're talking about the late Sonny Schmidt. Let's take a look at the classic lineup real quick. Men's physique. So this is classic physique. A lot of guys. I'm not even going to try to count. There's some names in there I recognize, of course. There's a lot of names I don't recognize. I'm sure some of them will really surprise me with how good they are. So, share this again. Every time I do that, I lose the stream, so I have to bring it back. Okay, this is the commentary in Portuguese. Dubai Pro 2025 Comentarios en Português. This is the video from Arita Lab. Currently, we're looking at the initial look at the classic physique competitors. All right, let's go back. Yeah, Arnold he's not a fan of the board shorts. I'm not either. I think these guys, the guys in men's physique, they could wear shorts that are similar to, skip that commercial, very similar to what the classic physique guys wore in the first year of classic physique back in 2016, when the shorts had a lot of coverage, much more coverage than bodybuilding, and much more even than what they have now for classic. These shorts are about half the size, half the coverage, or less, or twice half the coverage of what the old shorts, trunks, the trunks in classic were in the early days. It's a lot of stuff in Turkish here that I can't read. I hope it's not a lot of bad words. It's a big dude in the black, yellow, white shorts. How long ago was that comment? That was, geez, it was almost 20 minutes ago. When is open? Open is after classic, and this is classic. Yeah, you can still get the stream. There's still anytime the stream is on, you can purchase it. I know that they're not going to close out the sales, so I think even if there was 10 minutes left in the whole show, if you wanted to buy the stream, that's on you. You're spending $30 for 10 minutes, but they're not going to stop you. So after this will be the individuals. This is classic. Yeah, and they will do individuals for everybody. Yeah, don't ask me to sing. I'm an awful, not only that, I'm an awful singer, Donald. Yeah, so again, I have to keep reminding us, copyright, be careful. Yeah, I had a strike from the Olympia in 2024. Or was it 2023? 2024, and it took me 4 months. I couldn't go live. It was about 3 months. It took me a long time before I could go live again. So I'm hoping I'm safe now, because I'm not sharing the stream. I'm not sharing the pay-per-view. I'm sharing Arita's video, and I'm saying so many nice things about her that I'm hoping she would not strike me for using her video. And again, I encourage you, if you don't want to see all this other stuff around her video, you can go to her channel, and you wouldn't see me. You wouldn't see the Euro Muscle stuff. It'd be a little bit bigger on your screen. So you have your choice, people. You have your choice in airlines. Okay, pardon. This broadcast is cool. Okay, appreciate it. So we're still looking at Atlanta show. No, next weekend is Flex Weekend Italy Pro. Yeah, it has a face like a little child. I like to see that because so many times I see young guys on gear in their early 20s and they already look like they're in their mid to late 30s. A lot of times you'll see guys by the time they're in their late 20s on gear, they look like they're 40. Nihat still has a very fresh look to him. He looks like a 22-year-old. You would never see him in clothes and go, oh, guy looks like he's 40. No. He looks his age. He's a little child. He's 22. 22 is not a child. It's an adult. But when I think back to when I was 22, I was still a kid in so many ways. I was married. I'd been married for a year. I got married at age 21, but I didn't really start feeling like an adult until I was about 30, to be honest with you guys. My whole 20s, I didn't really feel like an adult, even though certain milestones. I mean, I got married at 21. I had my first child at 24. Got my first home at 27. So, I mean, there were some milestones in there that were indicative of adult behavior, but I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel like I was starting to be like a real man, a grown-up until I was about 30. No, he's 22. Nihat is only 22. 22. Give him time. If you could recommend one thing, maybe you could revise how you read comments because you're usually reading the chat with a 5-minute delay. Well, it's because I'll linger on one, and then I'll start talking about what's on screen, and then by the time I go back to the chat, because I want to comment. I want to comment on what's on screen too, not just respond. A lot of the chat it's comments in. I'm guessing this is Turkish, most of it. Or away for a bit, so I was more behind than usual. Yeah, I did go away for like almost 10 minutes to eat. I'm sure you look 33 with all the roids. Well, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Nihat Calderon Verde Benche. Eline Verde Benche. Is that Italian? I don't even know what language that is. Calderon. Gosh. Nihat win easy. Gosh. Very little of this is in English, so I can't really pronounce. Okay, so here we go. This is our first guy. All right, so this should be Al Mustafa Al Jafre from Jordan. Let's take a look. Our first classic physique competitor. Okay, I know it's kind of small on the screen, so it's hard to comment. I could tell you from right now, the condition is not great. His glutes are soggy. The hams are soggy. Quads, yeah, this guy's lacking condition. He's not going to do well today because there's almost 40 of these guys in Classic, and I guarantee you most of them are going to be in great shape. So, or was that the second guy? This is Krimo Amari from Iran. I don't know. Once I get to Michael Daboul, I won't be messing up anymore. But I think this is Krimo Amari. Let's take a look at him. From Morocco. Okay. Looks good. Conditions there. Thick chest, delts. I still look at Classic. I look at it with a bodybuilder's eye. So to me, these are just really aesthetic bodybuilders who aren't overly massive. They have a weight cap for their height that they have to stay within, those parameters. This guy's in really good condition. Yeah, good for him. Okay. All right. If Daboul is next, no. Okay, so I didn't miss anybody. So this is Vahid Vadpe from Iran. He was able to make it from Iran. Let's take a look at Vahid. Because not everybody made it from Iran. The ones who waited too long, the airports were shut down. They couldn't leave. Okay. V-taper. Yeah, I mean, he's Classic. Doesn't have the prettiest overall shape just because some of these guys have really round muscles. He doesn't have that. He's a little bit on the smaller side. I know they're not supposed to be massive, but look at that condition, though. Okay. Glutes are in nice. Give him credit for that. Yeah, he'll struggle today. Again, there's almost 40 men in this Classic Physique division class. So it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to stand out and be in that first call out. Do you need anything else from Costco? Yeah, There's Vahid. So next should be Michael Daboul from Syria. Yeah. So Daboul has won the Arnold UK. He's won some shows. He's very confident, as he should be. He looks fantastic. From Syria, call him the Saharan Eagle. From the Sahara Desert. Front lat, to me, that's his best shot, which is not a classic physique mandatory pose. It's an optional pose. When they say your favorite classic pose, you can hit anything you want, and he usually hits that. Side chest is a mandatory shot. I knew he'd be in shape. Look at that. Striations all over. Head to toe. Lower back, glutes. Great rear double. Very detailed. Michael Daboul, you'll remember, was the guy that had that unfortunate incident early last year where he was beaten backstage by 3 or 4 security guys in the UK at a show his girlfriend or wife, his wife was competing, I think. And there goes Daboul. Yeah. All right. Next up, we have Joe Davis from the USA. I don't know Joe, but he's the only American competing in classic physique division today. He looks like a very tall guy. I'll say it right now. I could say when some guys look like they're short. This gentleman, based on the length of his limbs and the size of his head compared to the body, I bet this guy's over 6 foot. I bet he's 6'1" or 6'2". I'm going to go out on another limb and say he probably turned pro as a Masters, like an over 35 or over 40. If I had to take a wild, crazy guess. Good for him. He went all the way over to Dubai to represent us. Good for him, man. Not many Americans made it over there. Of course, Americans aren't too keen on traveling to anywhere in the Middle East right now anyway, with everything going on. You can imagine why. Okay, so that was Joe Davis. This is Khaled El Nahawi from Egypt. Actually, 2 guys in a row coming up from Egypt. Khaled, like the way he stands there with the hip thrown to the side. Great way to present your physique, make your waist look smaller. He's hitting the vacuum almost all the time. Keeps that vacuum sucked in. See how he looks from the back. Okay. I guess he's either not hitting the glutes or they're not that clearly striated. You don't have to have striated glutes, but most of the top guys do have striated glutes. That's the conditioning level that we've sort of become expectant of. And if you don't have that, we don't consider you to be in great condition. All right, so that was Khaled. Next up, we have another Egyptian, Ramadan El Shakawi. Ramadan El Shakawi. I hope that's him. Although this could be the guy from Bulgaria. It's hard to say. I'm going to assume this is Ramadan Al Shakawi. Legs are a little bit on the weak side. Yeah, he needs more legs. Upper body is certainly overpowering the lower body. Let's see. Rear double looks good. Back's nice and detailed. Am I missing any great comments? This guy's name, Mohamed Nim. That was a long time ago. See, I'm so behind. Something was from Samoa was actually okay. So this is our next competitor. No, I think we missed somebody. This has to be Sunmeet Gill from India. This looks like an Indian gentleman to me. Unless it's hard to say. Or is this the Bulgarian guy, Valerie? It's hard to say. He's one of those 2 guys. Yeah. I know, because I don't have a sheet with the numbers to match up with the names. And I only know a few of the names of these guys. Luca Rogerian Classic. Okay. So Hector, I'm showing Aretha Lab's video. She's live with the live stream. Okay, this must be the guy from India because he's got the turban. All right. So I'm guessing this is Sunmeet Gill. Sunmeet Gill from India. Yeah. Let's take a look. Yeah, I'm not showing the pay-per-view. I'm showing Aretha Lab's video. She is live. I did not ask her permission, but I'm plugging her every chance I get because I don't want her to try to strike me down. She's got a huge, huge audience. She's doing her commentary in Portuguese, so it's a totally different audience. I'm doing mine in English because I don't speak Portuguese. This guy looks really good. Not as big as some of the classic guys. I know size is not the overriding factor the judges look at in classic, but I would like to see a little more sweep on those thighs. Okay, that was him. That was Sunmeet Gill. Now we're going to look at Ethan Gohari from Australia. Ethan's rocking a pretty cool hairstyle and beard. Very rugged look to him. A little on the stockier, thicker side. You can see how much thicker he is than the gentleman we just looked at. But let's see how classic he looks. Some guys in classic really don't belong in that division. They really should be in 212 or open. I'm a little bit on the fence about this guy. You know, because what is the difference between classic physique and bodybuilding? Is it just size? Is it aesthetics? To me, it's aesthetics. Obviously, there's some guys in open that if they were smaller, they would be great classic physique competitors because they have beautiful shape. Nice back on this gentleman. Nice back on Ethan Gohari from Australia. Yeah, so the actual, what is this? Only with stuff white men can look like black men. I don't know what that means. There's jealousness here. So next up, we're going to have Wasim Hassan from Syria, just like Michael Daboul, also from Syria. Wasim Hassan. Let's take a look at him. All right. Yeah. Again, I want to see more quads and more quad sweep. I do a quick scan immediately, and I think, what does this guy have that's strong? What's weak? And right away, I would go with the legs as kind of a weakness on this guy. You need sweeps, man. Without sweeps, if you have that width in the upper body and the shoulders and the upper back, but you don't have the quad sweep, you don't have an X frame. Legs look better from the side. That's often the case. A lot of these guys who lack the quad sweep, they still have, you know, decent quad size overall and hams. So from the side, their legs look pretty good, their thighs. It's from the front that we have issues. Okay, next up is going to be Paulo Henrique from Brazil. Paulo Henrique. Again, so this is Aretha Lab. This is her video, her live stream. She's showing the pay-per-view live, and she is doing commentary in Portuguese. So I don't think I'm stepping on her toes by doing this because she has a huge audience, mainly Brazilians, which is a massive country, as you know, over 330 million people. So I don't think I'm taking away her audience. Anybody who wants to watch in Portuguese and hear some good commentary, they would be watching Aretha and not me. This guy looks good, man. This guy looks really good. This is Paulo Henrique. Paulo Henrique. Yeah, nice calves. You know, you don't need calves, obviously, but they're nice if you have them. This guy's got a nice shape. Look at the vacuum. Quads a little sweepy, nice cross striations across the teardrop. Okay, next up. This guy looks pretty big. Adama Jama from Sweden. Adama Jammeh, Jammeh, a Swedish guy. What do you know? Takes all kinds. So there he is. Yeah. Let me hold on. Let me reserve judgment. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's a bodybuilder. Classic physique is bodybuilding, don't get me wrong, but it's aesthetic bodybuilding. It's very, very aesthetically pleasing bodybuilders who aren't overly massive. That's, if I had to describe classic physique in a nutshell. Aesthetics, shape, symmetry, flow, those things all weigh more heavily than just pure mass. Guy look good, not as shapely as some others, not as shapely. All right, who is this? This is Azamat Karabashev from Russia. Azamat Karabashev. I bet I'm pronouncing that perfectly. Look at that V-taper. Look at that little waist. This guy's got a great structure, man. perfect. You really want that as any physique competitor, but especially classic. You want to have the super wide clavicles, a very narrow waist, and the limbs in proportion, not too long or too short. This guy's got a really good overall package. Let's see the condition. It's good. I'd like to see a little bit more. I'd like to see more lines in the hamstrings. I'd like to see those like cables. The quads, I'd like to see more sweep. I'm always looking for more, always. Next up is Ahmed Khalifa. Ahmed Khalifa from Egypt. Let's take a look at Ahmed. I could already tell he's a shorter guy. I can tell by the size of his head. Is that right? Is that him from Egypt? Or did we miss somebody? No, this is John Lee from Canada. So I don't know if somebody didn't make it. This is John Lee from Canada. I know that. Lee is a Chinese name, and see how I'm making some logical assumptions there, jumping to conclusions. John's a very good competitor. I've seen him a few times. Solid physique. No real weak points. Let's see that back. Crank it in there. Nice thick back. Yeah, I believe, I'm not sure. I believe John has been top 10 at the Olympia, but I'm very unsure about that. Very unsure. Maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. All right, who was after John? To John, we got Eric Lisboa from Brazil. Eric Lisboa. I think I get him mixed up with Eric Wildberger. They're not the same person, are they? Because sometimes these guys use different names. They go by different last names. I know in Brazil they go by like the mother's last name and the father's last name with a Y in between. I think this Eric Lisboa is not the same as Wildberger. I think it's a different guy. They do have a similar look though. I could be completely wrong. But if it's Wildberger, if it's the same guy, then I saw him at New York Pro last year and he looked pretty damn good. I'm going to go way down the comments, back live, what time's Bible competition. It's going to be after this, after Classic. So we're going to have, this is Classic, and then after that is Open, and then we're done for judging. Classic. This is live. This is live. I mean, I think I'm like 5 minutes behind her now at this point. Okay, this is Lishuan Liu from Taiwan. Lishuan. Not sure how you'd say it. Smaller guy. Not very conditioned. A great poser. He's got a good physique, guys. Don't get me wrong, but he's going to struggle today. When you have a huge class like this, anything, the judges need any reason to sort of take you out of that top grouping because they have to get through these guys quickly. They have to get through the judging and be fair and impartial and give everyone a fair placing quickly. All right, this is Miguel Malimo or Malimo from Mozambique. I think Mozambique's in Africa. You can see my horrible lack of geographical knowledge apparent there. Good back. Yeah, he's good. Is he great though? You're gonna have to be great to get a look today. This is no joke. This show. They came out for the money. I think this is the third highest payout in Classic Physique after the Arnold Classic and the Olympia and the Arnold Classic. So these guys want that money. So they got a huge turnout today. All right, that was Miguel. Next up is Abdallah Mohamdi from Saudi Arabia. Abdallah Mohamdi. Saudi Arabia. So he didn't have to go too far for this show. Hop, skip, and a jump, as we say. What's that? Leave that there. Okay. I gotta go back to the. All right, so if that is Abdul, then we have Rita Nassardine from Morocco next. But this is Abdallah Mohamdi finishing out his 60 seconds that they usually give you. 60 seconds. Good. We'll see how he does. Okay, so that was, this is Rita Nasirdine from Morocco. Let's take a look at him. Arms are really good. Legs are a little lagging behind the arms, and it's not going to do any favors today. Yeah. Condition, good, not spectacular. I'm telling you, there's almost 40 guys in this class, so being really good is just not going to be good enough to get that first call out. You're going to have to be excellent, outstanding to be in the first call out. These guys are no joke. No joke. This guy looks good. Don't get me wrong, but he needs more legs. He's a little better. Who is this? This is Richard Nagy from Hungary. He's very good. He's also very good. I've seen him win some shows before. Did he win Empro last year? I know he won a show last year. He doesn't have the most massive arms, but they're not small. He's proportionate. He's not a huge guy. Everything's really well proportioned and balanced. It's all about balance. Classic physique in particular. Look at that. Nice conditioning. You can see there with the glutes. See the hams, how they're in their cords? That's what you want to see. You don't want to see one smooth mass of the hamstrings. You want to see those individual heads of the hamstrings clearly delineated from each other like steel cables. Richard Nagy from Hungary brings a really good package. I predict you'll see this guy in the top 5. I think he's going to be up there. That was Richard. We're about halfway through. Kent Nasarando from Philippines is next. Yeah. Filipino, a Pinoy, as we say. He's got some mass on him. He's got some size. You see how much bigger he looks than a lot of the guys we've seen in the past few minutes? Very masterful poser. Look at that. Very confident up there. That goes a long way, too. He's competing in classic. I think it's 37. There's politics everywhere without knowing. Dubai is so rich they can't afford a free stream. Well, it's not the country of Dubai putting this on. It's watch Ibrahim Sobri in Open. He'll be the biggest in Open. All right. So that was Kent Nasarando from Philippines. Next up, we have Badr Nouri from Saudi Arabia. Badr Nouri from Saudi Arabia. Let's take a look at him. He's rocking an epic mustache. Beautiful head of hair. Of course, I noticed the hair right away because I had a hair transplant. I definitely look at everyone's hairlines a lot more than I used to. Legs are weak, and that leg on the left, his right leg, is even smaller than the left leg. So even though he's in good condition today, this is not a physique that's going to be, I don't think, even in the second call out. There's just too many things you can pick apart. The condition is pretty good, but yeah, those legs are really holding back. Again, these guys are all champions. They all worked hard to get here to this stage today. If I'm putting down things like condition or legs or whatever, it's just me being the critic that I'm supposed to be. I'm pointing things out. Okay, that was Badr. Next up, we have Chanuk Ok from South Korea. Chanuk Ok. Never heard of him until today. Classic division is stacked with guys. Look, there are so many classic pros. He's on the smaller side. And even though the legs are good, I expect Korean guys to have massive quads, massive calves. They're pretty good. Don't get me wrong. And I like that separation in the quad heads. The big dude in some aspects. But yeah, size-wise, when I say he's a big dude, I was speaking a little too hastily. He's not as big as some of these other people we've been looking at. And again, I keep reiterating that the back thickness. Back thickness is lacking. When it's spread out, like I said, in the lat spread, you can't really tell. But when someone has it crunched together in that rear double, that's when back thickness or lack thereof becomes far more apparent. All right, next up from India, we have Chaitanya Prabhu Puralachetti. Chaitanya Prabhu Puralachetti. That's a long name. Wowie. Looks good. Looks really good. You guys might remember Amit Roy was a really good classic physique competitor. He still is. I don't know when the last time Amit competed. It's been a while. I think he's done 212 and classic. I think he's done both of those divisions, Amit. No, this gentleman here looks pretty damn good from India. Would like to see a little more separation of legs from the side there. Yeah, the glutes are not in at all. The hams are smooth. So that right there is going to knock him out of the running for, an initial call out. You can't be that. You have to have pretty good definition everywhere. You can't be lacking. And he is lacking in the glutes and the hams condition. Typically, that's where you see it. Most guys will look pretty hard and lean from the front like he does. When you turn around, that's when you see sometimes things. Okay, this is Luca Reger from Reger, R-E-G-E-R. Luca from Germany. Luca, R-E-G-E-R. Reger. Maybe it's Rieger. That sounds German. He looks like a very young guy. If I had to guess, he's probably in his early 20s himself, mid-20s at the latest, at the oldest. Nice structure and shape, nice quads, good separation there. See the glutes are in, they're nice and striated. Yeah, this is a very good overall package from Luca. Luca Rieger. I'm gonna call him Rieger. I might be wrong. I'm trying to get these names right. I'm trying. 212 is over. They did that first. They did 212 first. We've already seen 212 and men's physique, and this is classic physique, and then open is going to be last. He was just interviewed. I think it's asked a lot, but when does the open class start? I can only estimate. It's probably going to be about 20 minutes from now. Okay, this is Dennis Rose from Spain. Yeah, guys, it's impossible to give you exact times because they didn't even start the show on time. It started about 20 minutes or half hour late. And the divisions, I didn't even know the order of the divisions, but they run the divisions straight through. So whenever this division, classic physique, is over, that's when open men, the one we've all been waiting for, that's when they're going to come out. And I can only estimate we still have to get through individual presentations from about 10 more guys. Then they're going to do the call outs, the actual judging for classic. Then they're going to do open. So it's going to be a bit. Okay, so that was Dennis Rose. This is Mustafa Salman from Iraq. Mustafa Salman. Let's take a look at Mustafa. Yeah. Very small waist. Nice sweep to the quads. I would like to see deeper separation in the quads, though. Even though they're lean and defined, we don't see deep separations between the individual quad heads, which I want to see that. We always want to see that. I could say he probably needs more glute development. You can see some stripes there. You can see that they're kind of in. His condition's pretty good. It's pretty good. I don't think he's going to be a front runner today. Arms look a little bit behind in that shot, a little bit weak. So who was after that? Now we have Sajjad Samandar from Iran. He made it all the way from Iran. Assuming this is him. This could be the Brazilian guy that was supposed to be after him. I'm not sure because some of the guys from Iran, a good number of competitors didn't make it to the show because they waited too long. If their flight was going to be later in the week, they were out of luck because the airports shut down. You know, the country's being bombed. They're at war, basically. So I'm not sure if this is a gentleman from Iran, Sajjad Samandar, or if this is Julio Simoes from Brazil. I don't know. I don't have a sheet to match up numbers with names. But this guy looks good. Not as thick and round. He's going to struggle today. You know, when you have almost 40 guys in the division, it's tough to stand out. All right, so who do you think this is? This guy looks pretty white. So, This is Kevin. So that was the guy from Brazil. That was Julio. This is Kevin Stutz from Austria. This looks like an Austrian to me, for sure. He doesn't look like a Brazilian. And I know there are people in Brazil with German heritage, of course. But I'm going to take a wild guess and say this is Kevin Stutz from Austria. Looks like a young guy. Pretty young, anyway. Doing the bird flying thing there before he gets in his back shot. I believe I can fly. He's good. He needs more size. He's a work in progress. I don't know. Yeah, those arms. You can see the triceps. Triceps from the back should be a lot fuller and rounder. He's kind of like Urs in that way. Urs Kalaczynski. Great legs, but the arms are never quite matched so far. All right, so that was him. Who do we got next? All right, up next from Russia, Mikhail Timoshin. Mikhail Timoshin. Timoshin? I think. Does that look like a Russian to you? Because the guy after that was from Mexico. All right, so I'm going to assume this is Mikhail Timoshin from Russia. Big arms, big quads. I'm sorry, big delts. Glutes are carved out. Back looks good. This is one of the better guys I've seen in the past few minutes. Yeah. Waist, it's not a thick, chunky waist, but it's not a tiny waist like some of these guys. And the bone structure gives some guys a massive advantage. Wow, that's a tricky shot. And he almost fell. He's done. Okay, so who do we have next? All right, so if that was him, this should be Edgar Daniel Valencia Palafox from Mexico. Yeah, he looks Mexican. I can say that because I love the Mexican people. I've been to Mexico many, many times. Had Mexican girlfriends in my younger years, married a Cuban. All right, let's take a look. Nice arms, good quads. Yeah, he's nice separation there in the legs from the side. See all those lines? We haven't seen that on too many guys. That's how it's supposed to be. You saw that more in the 212 guys with the more massive leg development. Oh, yeah, look at that. Glutes are in nice and tight. Only thing that might hurt him is he's just not as big or as wide as some of these other guys. He doesn't have that width and the overall mass. And this is bodybuilding, guys. I know it's not open bodybuilding, but classic physique, it's still bodybuilding. All right, next up from Russia, we have Dmitry Vorotsintsev. Dmitry Vorotsintsev. Gosh, I'm doing my best, guys, with these names. All right, let's take a look at Dmitry. Nice shape. Nice quads, V-taper, X-frame. Okay. Look at how small his waist is when he pulls that vacuum. He's got a very narrow waist. See how I'm talking about? This is a narrow waist. And there's nothing he did specifically to get his waist so narrow. That's just how he was born. Some people have a wider hip frame, wider hip bones, and wider waist. Some of them are very lucky, like this guy, Dmitry, and they have nice thick pecs there. Got another Qantas airline commercial. Aretha's running. Okay. Great job, Dmitry. Only a couple more guys. Actually, two more guys. Alexander Westermeyer. Oh, I forgot about him. He's in the show from Germany. Alexander. He's very good. I think I was at New York Pro and he took second. I can't remember who won. Was it Neil Curry that year, a few years ago? Yeah, this guy's really good. Solid competitor, always in great condition. Yeah. I'd like to see more legs, but look at the glutes, man. Glutes are in. It's not a glute show, but is it? It's impressive to see because you have to be so lean. Your body fat has to get so low for you to see your glutes that strided, that clearly. Westermeyer, he's probably going to be a first call-out guy. Just got really nice overall proportions and balance. Yeah. I haven't seen him in a minute. I forgot about Alexander. Westermeyer from Germany. Is he Germany or Austria? Germany. Okay. Last gentleman coming up is from Turkey. So all you Turks, wake up. Mustafa Yildiz. Mustafa Yildiz from Turkey is our final competitor. And after that, we can get into the judging. This is a big dude. This is a big guy for Classic. He's one of those guys that makes me wonder, how did he make weight? His bones must not weigh anything. How did he make weight? Because those are some serious arms, serious legs. He's got some mass on him, this guy. Thick guy. Mustafa Yildiz. Not familiar with him until today. Yeah, look at how many of these Classic guys really brought the condition. Those glutes are in nice and tight. Go ahead and insert comments about Ron talking about other guys' butts. Whenever you feel like it, it's fine. Okay. And there. Oh, so now we're probably going to have guys that turn pro here in Dubai yesterday. We're going to have them, and I don't know how many new pros they minted in Classic yesterday, but what a chance for these guys to go right from amateur one day to pro the very next day. That's pretty amazing. Okay. So I don't know this gentleman's name. Don't know, but he looks pretty good. You know, to win the Dubai Pro or the Dubai Pro qualifier, I saw pictures. The classes were huge. Middle Eastern competitors are no joke. They train very, very hard over there in places like Kuwait, Dubai, UAE, Iran. And you get a lot of quality competitors coming out of the Middle East. And this was like their amateur Olympia and their Olympia, basically, this show, the Dubai Pro. Here's another new pro. Don't know who he is. But they made some new pros. Let's go to, since I don't know, now I can go to your comments. Open's probably going to be in about 20 minutes, I'm guessing. You can rewind, but Nihat was a 212 competitor, and that was the first division. The first division. So we've been going for 2.5 hours. That was the first division that we showed. You can rewind. You can rewind on a live video. It's before men's physique. So if you see men's physique in the board shorts, keep going. It was in back of that. Breon had 7 inches to his height with that hair. It's got a lot of hair. I mean, I've never had hair that high, obviously. It would be pretty hard to do. Olympia, I don't know. This is all. Yeah, a lot of these comments. This is still another new Classic Pro. Wow. When is Classic? This is Classic. That was the. Wow, you posted almost an hour ago. Wow, I'm that far behind. Yeah, Classic's on stage already. Yeah, I get behind in the comment in the chat because I'm looking at the screen. Refresh your stream. Yeah, definitely Angel. That's no Neckzilla. Yeah, because a lot of times you guys are commenting on someone who's on screen, and by the time I get to your comments, that was like 20 minutes ago. I need to train legs more after watching Neckzilla. What are we doing? Classic is on stage. Refresh the stream. Go to her stream. Yeah, she's live. Oh, I could see on the right, I'm only about 5 minutes behind her. So I'm not live. I'm like 5 minutes behind live at this point. But it's pretty close, guys. Wouldn't you agree? Another new Classic Pro. My goodness. Yeah. Wildcard predictions. Rubiel actually comes in. You know what? I can actually go skip through that. Okay. Oh, they brought him out in groups. Was his first call out? This is his first call out. That's too many damn guys for a first call out. Okay, well, there's Daboul, so this must be first call out. All right, so now we're on first call out, guys. I didn't want to miss it. Okay, so this is going to be the first call out. Again, I don't know too many of these guys in the Classic, so forgive me. I only know Daboul, who's my heavy favorite to win because I've seen him win a bunch of other shows. But I think there was a big group, man. I think they had like 8 guys up there in the first call out. Bonac Bomba, best quality. No change for the vending. No change for the vending machine. What? No, Horse is not. He's over there. He went to watch. He's not competing. Bonac will win. Last guy on the right, presumably I'm going to be fighting for title tonight. Okay, so you're talking about Eric Lisboa. Okay, I do know him. Luca Rager. What announcement? 121. Hope Luca will win. Well, you're a Luca fan. That's good. You support your favorite guys. All right, so this was your first call out. All right, so there's Luca there. He's right next to Michael DeBoule. And where's Eric? I see, who's that other guy? Richard Nagy there as well. Second from the left. I don't see Eric Lisboa in this call out. And this was the first call out. Did they move him in after? Typically, if you're not in the first call out, you're probably not going to win the show. I've seen people move around in placings where they weren't in the first call out, which might be like 6 guys, but then when the judges get a look at them, they might end up in the top 5, but they're typically the person who's going to win stands out so much from those initial looks the judges had that they go right to those guys. So if you're not in that first call out, you're not going to win the show. It's just, I've never seen someone who wasn't in the first call out. Ronnie Coleman claims he was not in the first call out of the 98 Olympia that he won, which I would have to really go back and try to see if I could find a full judging tape of that show to see if that's true. That sounds really far-fetched to me that Ronnie wasn't in the first call out. Okay, so we can see him. Michael being compared very favorably with that the young guy from Germany. What's his name? Luca. Yeah, Luca. Wow, good for him. Luca's getting a good look right there with Michael. I don't think he's ready to beat Michael yet. I think Michael has the edge on him here. And now they're moving some other guys closer to Michael. Who is that? He looks familiar. Maybe you guys know. Yeah, there's so many comments, guys. It's impossible. It's impossible to keep up. Yeah, Luca's condition is very good. I could see it when he was out there by himself. Doing show what he did in previous competition. Yeah, a lot of you guys are fans of one particular athlete, so you sort of focus on them clearly, and there's nothing wrong with that. Wish they would hold their pose as well. They don't have any time. They got to get through this, unfortunately. Check out Aretha Lab. Yeah, Aretha Lab. This is her video, so I'm not streaming the pay-per-view. Aretha is. She is doing commentary in Portuguese. If any of you guys would rather hear commentary in Portuguese, go to her channel and watch her stream instead of mine. I don't speak any Portuguese. She speaks very good, perfect English. Yeah, DeBoule is the highest ranked competitor in the show. He's the only one that's been top 5 in the Olympia, for sure. I think Westermeyer has been top 10. I'm not sure about that, but I know DeBoule has been top 5. He was top 5 last year, and it's been more than once. Gil from India. Yeah, these comments go so quick. The chat is moving so fast, guys. It would be really. My favorite is DeBoule. I would go with DeBoule. I'm not sure who these guys are. I need calves. Your stream better. Thank you, man. Anton Formanov. Привет. No, that means hello. How do you say thank you? Spasiba. Spasiba. There you go, right? I know like 5 words in Russian. Доброе утро. Добрый давний. Добрый. Anyway. All right, we're back with classic. C-Bum is favorite. He's gone. I agree on the calves. I always look for that too. So many guys don't have calves. It's I understand if you have really high calves, we're looking at probably second and third call out guys now. If you have really high calves, you're never going to be able to build big calves. It's just not in the cards for you. C-Bum is a junkie. What? I did see some stupid a video thumbnail where it says why Jay Cutler hates Chris Bumstead. And it was just Jay Cutler saying he's a drug addict, but there was nothing in that video. It was pure clickbait. There was nothing in that video that indicated in any way, shape, or form that Jay Cutler hates Chris Bumstead. He doesn't. I'm sure he does not hate. I don't think Jay hates too many people. He's a very mellow guy. Yeah, there's Eric Lisboa from Brazil there. So the fact that he's being compared in this huge group of guys doesn't indicate to me that he's anywhere near in the running for the win here. Don't get me wrong, the guy looks good, but there's 37 guys here. Most of them look pretty good. And that's why judging is so much harder than people give it credit for. People like to shit on the judges and say they're blind, it's politics, they don't know what they're doing. But let me tell you, I've judged a few shows, and it's hard. I can't imagine. I've never judged a pro show. I can't even imagine how difficult that would be when the guys are so good and so close to each other. You know, they're all elite. Local shows are a lot easier because, you know, you'll have a couple people stand out and then some mediocre people and some people are just not very good at all. So judging is a lot easier, but everybody's good here. Everybody here is a pro. Everybody won a bunch of shows to get to this stage today, typically. So you're seeing the cream of the crop, and judging them, you have to look for the most minute differences. You know, this guy needs more sweep on his quads. This guy's back is pretty weak. You're looking for weak points to sort of eliminate people. If you have a class of 40, 50, 60 people, and some of these divisions do, you have to figure out really quickly who you're going to look at it for the top 15, who stands out among that huge group of people. Not easy at all. Looks like Eric's being moved there toward the center. I know we would just want to go to the open. I know we wanted to move ahead, but I'm only like 1 minute behind right now, behind live. What else? C-Bum is not competing in the show, correct. C-Bum is not competing anymore, as far as we know. Biceps rock, short and blocky. Trying to get, yeah. When you're commenting on people that were on screen, keep eye on Eric from Brazil. Yeah, he did win that, but he's not going to win this. The best way to bring up quad sweep, I mean, it is mostly genetic, but I still believe if you do most of your compound movements, and I wouldn't do it on like barbell squats, but pretty much everything else, if you can keep your feet together, your legs together, and a little bit lower, a little bit below center on platform, you will target more of that vastus lateralis, the outer quad. The people with these great quad sweeps, they didn't do anything special for them. They just trained legs and they grew that way. I always had really good quad sweeps, and I attribute that to genetics. There were guys that had much bigger, bigger quads than me if you throw a tape measure around them. But because I had that sweep that went like, you know, in a half moon shape out to the side for each of my quads, they looked bigger than these guys who probably had 2-3 inches circumference on me. That's great. Yeah, that's Eric. How far behind am I? Jeez. Luca has no chance. Glutes very nice, but chest too soft. Where you watch the list of names. So that is a website called ifbbpro.com. ifbbpro.com has the schedules for all the shows, flyers, contact information for the promoters, the websites, and usually Monday evening every week before a contest, the shows for that weekend, they will post the competitor lists for those shows. It'll say competitor list added when you go to the homepage and you see the flyer for that show. You'll see that. So it's a good way to keep track of who's doing the shows. Oh, man, I can't see. It's a duel between Daboul and this Eric from Brazil. Let's see with the final call out. They'll probably do a final call out as they usually do with just a couple guys. And that's going to be who's fighting for the win. Have they looked at everybody? Okay, this is the final four. Nope. No, Daboul's not there. So this isn't the final call out. You know, this father's man just died yesterday. I don't know who we're talking about. I don't know that, but that's awful. I mean, I lost my father in 1986. So I feel for anybody that loses a parent. I've lost both of mine. I don't know who you're talking about, whose father just died, but that's my condolences. He's all oiling at their hands. Oh, that's rough. So look, I thought it would be great, but he did not look anyway. I would have thought. I mean, he doesn't look bad. They stood him next to Michael Daboul, and the fact that this is like almost 40 guys, and Luca was right there with them. He beat most of the field. He did pretty damn great today. I wouldn't be disappointed in him at all. And where's this little boy? Yeah, I mean, Luca looks very young. I don't know how old he is. He looks very young. Oh, you're behind if you stream or live stream. Oh, because I can click back and forth, but I could click, like, watch. I'll do this. I'll catch up to her stream. I'm barely behind. So right now, it's just her on the screen talking. So did they even finish? What was the final call? No. Bringing everybody back. What the heck? What's going on? Oh, they're still doing like third, fourth, fifth call outs at this point. I know we're all impatient. We want to get to the Open. We're almost there, guys. We're almost there. We're getting there. We'll get there, though. Stay with me, guys. We'll get there. We'll get there. So, yeah, the chat just moves so fast. There's so many, because there's 759 people watching right now and a lot of people commenting. So it's hard to stay live with the chat. He was quitting the show to go back to his country. His friends coaching. I don't know who you were talking about. Think I want to see it yet? Timestamp. Watch party. What's up, Oliver? For Luca. Was that mean was he already on? For Luca Chandran? I don't know. Hair and stash. Okay, understand we tell us the fact. How many comparisons are classic? Yeah, it's almost 40. It's a big men's physique and classic physique were the biggest classes. They had 40 guys. Men's open is smaller. It's only about 20. So it won't be as long and drawn out. And of course, we also have a lot of big names in the open that we're looking forward to seeing. So it's going to move faster. But they're almost done here, I believe. Yeah, Luca was already on stage. He should be coming back if they do a final call out. What does that mean? Was he on stage? Is that what that means? For Luca Chandran. Yeah, he's a smaller, like Nihat, the guy who's most likely, the young man from Turkey who's likely going to win. The only thing he was lacking last year at this show was size. He just needs to be a little bigger, and he came back this year with more size, and he's probably winning, most likely winning. What the heck? Okay, so this is your final call out. How many guys did they bring? So we can see Daboul there. Luca. What's Luca's last name? God, I keep messing up his name. Luca Rieger. And I don't know who these other two guys are. I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, okay. On the left, that's Richard Nagy. I do know. He's from Hungary. I know Richard. I don't know the gentleman on the right, the bald gentleman. Yeah. Wow, it's hard to keep up with that stream. Look at how many in the chat. There's so many. This German made second last year in Spain. I think you mean Westermeyer, Alexander Westermeyer. A little shocked because Luca was so sure to score high. He's in the top four. I mean, they have him right next to Daboul. I'm gonna say he'll probably be second. Luca will be second place to Michael, and that's, Michael's been doing this a long time. Michael's won the Arnold Classic UK. He's been top 5 at the Olympia. He's the highest ranked competitor here. So logically, he was the favorite anyway because he's accomplished so much. He looks so good. It's not because of the track record. He's got that track record because of his physique. It's earned him the placings and the track record that he has. So they're hitting their favorite classic pose. Okay, is that it? Is it over? Can they go? Because we just want to see those open, guys. I want to see the open too. Yeah, because gosh, we've been going almost 3 hours, guys. Almost 3 hours. Oof. I'm going to run out and use the bathroom in 1 second, guys. 1 second. I'll be back. Open is next. Open is next. All right. Oh boy. Aretha Lab Dubai Pro. This is her channel that we're looking at. This is not the pay-per-view. She is streaming the pay-per-view. And she's doing great commentary in Portuguese. She is one of the premier bodybuilding and fitness journalists in Brazil. And she runs a great channel. And we're just waiting for open now. She must be going to the bathroom. She probably needs a break herself. I don't think she left the screen that whole time. I can't go that long without peeing, urinating. I just can't. I could go without eating. I'd be miserable, but I could do it. But I can't hold my urine for like 3 hours. Even when I'm asleep, I wake up constantly. All right. Let's think everybody should try open class. Not working. Go lower. A lot of people, Mellow Man, don't have the Mellow Ninja. They don't have the mask for open. They would just be so out of place as an open competitor. And I'm just gonna let that commercial run its course. Yeah, they just don't have the mass, and you don't want to go up on an open stage way smaller than everybody else. It would just be embarrassing. Like a lot of these classic guys would need 20, 30, 40 pounds more muscle to really stand on an open stage and look like they belonged. All classes are not bodybuilding, their body shrinking. Yeah. It's funny how they call everything bodybuilding, though. Like a bikini competitor will, I don't know, have a heart attack. Something will happen to a bikini competitor, and like the news story will say, bodybuilder in tragic murder-suicide or something. And bodybuilder, she was a bikini girl. There's only 198 likes, 78 watch. Go hit like. Thank you, Catherine. Thanks for reminding us. Hit the like. Shame about the tattoo. Oh, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right. We're on. All right. This is the first group. We already see Bonac. We see Tonio Burton. We see Nathan de Asha. They are just going in order of how they appear on the score sheet. So that's Giorgio Aditskashvili from Georgia, part of what used to be Russia. Syed El Rafai from Kuwait. William Bonac from Netherlands. Is this right? Oh, I must have missed a guy. Is that Bonac? Who's after Bonac? Who's between Bonac and Tonio? Adolf Berghardt from Germany is between Bonac and Tonio. And then we have Nathan. I wonder if the first couple guys didn't make it. Who's before Bonac? Syed El Rafai from Kuwait. So the first guy on the list, Georgie, must not have made it, or else he'd be up there right now. All right, second group coming to the stage right now. It's our initial look at the open division, guys. Finally. It's been a long morning. All right, so is that Rubiel? No. Is it? Yeah. So we got Mo Foda, Dennis Friedrich, Ashraf Hassassin, Ali Edward Cargbo, and Rubiel Mosquera. Great group. So Foda looks really good. He stands out. Rubiel is a monster. He's a huge human being. Ali Edward Cargbo also looks massive. Foda really standing out to me. The shape and the condition. Yeah. Rubiel, put your leg. I don't know. See, look at the calves on Rubiel. Those have to be 23-inch calves. Those are enormous. His calves are bigger than his arms, which you rarely see. But I believe his calves are bigger than his arms, and his quads are just ridiculous. But man, you see how he it's not that he's smooth. It's his skin texture, color. The definition doesn't show as well on him as it does with the guy next to him, Ali Edward Cargbo. That's the end of them. Ali is from United Arab Emirates. And we're going to have our final group coming to the stage. I won't know anyone who just turned pro yesterday, but we're looking at Syed Hassan Musavi Nejad from Iran, Ismail Radwan from Egypt, Ibrahim Sobi from United Arab Emirates, Behrooz Tabani from Iran, and Mazahir Tabanya Bargani from USA. So where's Behrooz? Oh, man. Yeah, there's Behrooz on your right. So, yeah. Behrooz gets away with the motorcycle stance because he's just that good. He's damn good. Obviously, Behrooz standing out in this group. This is not a call-out. This is just the initial look at the lineup of open competitors. Behrooz is last on that list. Oh, no, I'm sorry. So this guy Mazahir. Maybe there's another group with Mazahir and some of the guys who just turned pro yesterday, because they typically don't want more than 4 or 5 guys up on stage at a time doing this comparison. Behrooz, this is Behrouz's Mr. Olympia, because it's been 3 times that Behrooz has qualified for the Mr. Olympia and has not been able to get into the USA for the Mr. Olympia. It's awful. He's trying. He's trying. All right. So that was that group. Let's see if there's another group. If we have some new open pros from yesterday, I think that's going to be the final group that we'll see. Probably Brazilian. Wow, look how far. I'm way behind. 212 was first. So if you rewind on this, you'll see that. This is the last to go on. I think black and white men should not compete against each other. What? Best guy I've seen in the last few minutes. Yeah, well, try to be complimentary. Okay, so it's like we have the individuals now. So this is Georgi Adikashvili from Georgia, which used to be part of the Soviet Union. See how he looks. Nice teardrop on the thighs. Big dude. I mean, I say big, but when he stands next to someone like a Neckzilla or a Bonac, someone who's really thick, he's not going to compare thickness-wise. By himself, he looks pretty big. I think you'll agree with me. If you had nothing to compare it to, you'd be like, wow, that guy's huge. Legs look kind of weak from the back. Yeah, I want to see more width to the legs from the back, more overall. And the calves are kind of weak. Yeah, he's a little on the narrow side. I know I'm really picking this guy apart, but I mean, this is a top-notch show. This is a $140,000 cash prize for the winner, which is the 3rd biggest payout after the Olympia and Arnold Classic. Pittsburgh is 100, so it's not far behind. That's a brand new show. But is this Bonac? We got Bonac already? Yeah. All right, let's see the conqueror, William Bonac. How's he looking? Usually he's very consistent. You don't see him off his mark too often. Motorcycle stance. Double bicep with a little bit of a twist. Looking huge. Very thick and dense. Doesn't have the smallest midsection. It's a little bit on the thicker side. He's got a shorter torso. Is really what makes it look that way. And again, that's a structural issue. Nothing to do about that. But he's done very, very well. Continues to do very well. He's still in the top 5 at the big shows, even in the Olympia, just outside of the top 5. He's still on his game at 42 years old, and he's been a pro for over a decade now. think it's been about 12 years he's been a pro, maybe longer. And he's still mixing up. He's still beating a lot of the young bucks. So good for him. Bonac looking fantastic. Yeah, let me see. Am I even anywhere near current? No, look at there's literally hundreds and hundreds of comments, guys, in the chat. That's why I'm having a really hard time keeping up. But William Bonac, some people think he could win. I think he could. We'll see. Luca. All right. All right. Next up, we have Adolf Berghardt from Germany. Adolf Berghardt. I'm not too familiar with him. Good physique. Good physique, Adolf. All right. Yeah, look at those quads. Look at those delts. He's got a lot of good mass. Oh, look at the leg from the side. Look at that hamstring drop in the quad. That's a huge leg from the side, guys. And with all the proper muscle separation. Glutes are in. Adolf might get a look today. Now, I'm not saying he's going to win. Don't get it twisted, but he looks really good. I'm just going to have to jump ahead to the bottom of the chat, man, if I can. I can't even keep up with it. Every time I go down, there's like another 50 messages or 50 comments. Yeah, wow. Okay, now I'm caught up. Rubiel is done. He's just getting started. Adolf, it's an unfortunate name. I mean, I wouldn't name somebody Adolf, just like I wouldn't name them Saddam or something. I know Saddam's. Looks great. Normal German name. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad that name had to. Okay, here we got Tonio Burton from the USA. Tonio Burton, the USA's best chance of winning this thing today. Beautiful shape on this guy. I'm not comparing him to Flex Wheeler or Dexter Jackson, but he's been compared to those guys. He's got that gifted shape with the round, full muscle bellies. 212 was over. That was the first division that we did, guys. Olympia. Where Rubiel is coming up. Felo, it's coming up. This is Tonio Burton. We're going alphabetically, and he's Mosquera. It's Tonio Burton. I was very concerned about him because when he got to Dubai and started posting pictures and videos earlier this week, he looked way off to me. He was holding about a gallon of water. Yeah, Mike, I agree. Hold the pose longer. He's gotten rid of the water. I'd have to go closer up to really tell you if the condition is where I think it needs to be, but it looks pretty good from here. Compare him more to Melvin Anthony. Yeah, that's a good comparison. Melvin was very good too. Melvin was one of the best posers we ever had. Massive and popping. All right, next we have a guy who could win this from the UK, from Liverpool, same place as the Beatles. We got Nathan to Asha, the prophecy. Nathan, I know his condition, unless something's went drastically wrong in the last 24 hours, is bang on. He is ready. He's going to be the one in my mind, pushing Behrooz the hardest for the win today. So let's take a look at Nathan. We know he's got those crazy shoulders. Lats, yeah, they're a little bit on the high side, but so are Dennis Wolf's. It's not necessarily a deal breaker, to have higher lats. They're not way up high. They're just a little higher than the average guy. The man, Ron, thank you. Your dad was reading my articles. That's how old I am. It's hard to tell unless we zoom in that Nathan looks big. He is big. Nathan better. Bonac better legs and back. Nathan looks big. Nathan's very good. Yeah, Nathan's going to be in that first call out. Obviously, let me get rid of Aretha's commercial here. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I'd be very surprised. Now, I know he's going to be in the first call. They're going to put him right next to Behrooz and William. Bonac is very complete for win. Who do we got next? Who do we got? Who's after Nathan? This is Mo Foda. Okay. Mohamed Foda, who came to the USA last year from Egypt, or does he live in Dubai now? I don't know. Came to the USA to win the Chicago Pro last year. And this guy has got a wonderful physique. I'm a fan. Front lat spread's a killer shot for him. Very, very complete. Quads, look at that. Hits that side chest variation, kind of like Kevin Levrone, your side most muscular. Really impressed with the pec development on him. Condition looks good. I would like to see more cords in the hams. You know how picky and nitpicky I am. So the back, it's come up a little bit from last year, from what I can see. Still needs to be thicker. It's a work in progress. That might be a liability because Bonac has a crazy thick back. Nathan and Behrooz also have really good backs. I mean, I had him as in my 5th place pick. He could be a little bit lower. I mean, 5th place was tough for me. I mean, my top 4 is Behrooz, Nathan, Tonio, and Bonac, and after that, I think Rubiel, Ali, Edward Carbo, and Mo Foda. It could be almost any combination of those for 4th, 5th, 6th. All right, who is this? This is Dennis Friedrich. Dennis Friedrich from Germany. All right, Dennis, let's see what you got. You picked a tough show, Dennis, but that's okay. No one touching Behrooz. Mo Foda, impressive. The back's still behind. Yeah, I agree. This is Dennis Friedrich from Germany. Legs are not overwhelming me. The legs, they're lacking in sweep. He's just not as massive a guy. He's up against guys that have really round, full muscles. Rubiel's coming up soon, guys. Don't worry. Rubiel's coming up. This is just the first individual presentation round. After this, they're going to go into the judging, the callouts. So that's coming up shortly. Skinny legs. Yeah, his legs need work. I don't know. Neckzilla looks like a big black balloon. So it says. Black Angel said that. Well, I hope you're black. If I say it, I'm a racist. But he does look very, very big. He said about everyone so far. Skinny legs. Well, some of these guys don't have skinny legs. You couldn't say that about Neckzilla, Rubiel Mosquera. You could never say skinny legs. His legs are enormous, for sure. Nathan's got pretty good legs too. Let's see what else. So after Dennis, we have Ashraf Hassasnin from Egypt. I was told to look out for this guy. They said he would be the biggest guy in the Open. That is not true. He is not the biggest guy in the Open. I guess that was an Egyptian that said that, or one of his fans. Oh my goodness, legs are weak for an Egyptian. I mean, I'm thinking about like big Rami legs. Rami's from Egypt, and he's got those massive legs. Why didn't this guy get him? So this guy came in, brought the condition, but those legs are a liability, and this is a tough show. There's a lot of money at stake here. If you're lacking in any of these areas, whether it be size, shape, condition, you're probably going to get knocked into that 2nd or 3rd call out. And that's going to be the case with this gentleman. Unfortunate, but it's not a participation trophy thing. There's winners and there's losers in this. So Ali Edward Carbo is going to be next. Where's Ali? From United Arab Emirates. I'm not sure where he's originally from. Get out the window. Make sure no one's creeping up on me. Yeah, this guy, I like the color, the stage color. He's got some good body parts. I love those delts, but those legs they're not going to cut it. They're just not going to cut it. All right. Here's a big boy coming up. Big guy. He was top 5 last year. I think he was 4th. This is Ali Edward Carbo from United Arab Emirates. I don't know where he's originally from. Maybe not United Arab Emirates. Master would be laughing right now. Ibrahim Sobi is actually the biggest, you say? Well, we're going to see him in a minute. We'll find out. You might be right. I'm wrong all the time. But right now we're looking at Ali Edward Carbo. This is a massive guy. Yeah, condition's pretty good. He could be a little drier, a little bit tighter, but he's in better condition than a lot of the people we've been seeing. The back was a liability last year. It definitely looks thicker than it was from what I remember. Got really good width to him. He's a big guy, massive guy. I wonder if he's originally from Nigeria. That's possible. Look at that. That was a great shot. Showed a lot of that density and thickness. Yeah. Ali Edward Cargbo. Look at that. That is a great shot. That's the one that we kept seeing. The Phil Heath variation, the most muscular. He kept posting progress pictures of that the last week or so. All right. Finally, Neckzilla Rubiel Mosquera, which means a guy from Iran in between them did not make it. Syed Hassan Musavi Nejad did not make it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm wrong. This is Rubiel was next on the list. So let's take a look at Rubiel. Those legs are ridiculous. He could probably stop training them for a year and they would not shrink much. Yeah, you see, he has big arms, but when you compare it to those legs, that's why they don't look as big, because it's all about balance. If you didn't see his legs, you could just see his upper body. You'd be like, geez, those arms are enormous. Okay. I saw some glute striations there. That's encouraging. That's encouraging. I don't know if it's the skin tone. He doesn't display the detail as well. And I think it's just that odd. It's just the skin tone. I'm not really sure what's going on. But this is better condition than he was in last year. He's pulled out of some shows. Look at those calves. Those are ridiculous. I wonder if those are the biggest calves in bodybuilding right now. Can you guys think of anyone competing right now who has bigger calves than that? I don't think so. You'd have to go back to like Mike Matarazzo 30, 35 years ago to talk about calves like that. Rubiel Neckzilla. Will he be first call out? Probably. I think he's fighting for the bottom of the top 5. He's fighting for 4th, 5th, something like that, as is Ali. Be interesting to see who wins between him and Ali, who beats who. And we got Mo Foda in that mix too. All right, so right here we have, this is Syed Hassan Musavi Nejad from Iran. Luckily, he made it out of Iran in time. Unlike some of his fellow countrymen, did not get out in time, and they are stuck there. They prepped for this show, and they weren't able to get out of Iran. War sucks, guys. Rubiel should be like 7th or lower. I mean, I don't have him in top 5. If he can scratch his back, he wins. Rubiel hitting a vacuum. I saw that. Yeah, I didn't expect that either. Nash should get much more respect. Just put a nice poster of him. Cows of Urs. Rubiel at his best. He looks good. I don't think he's not in the, people were saying he could shock us. He could possibly win this thing. I don't see Rubiel at all in contention for the win here today. He's not going to beat Behrooz. He's not going to beat Nathan. He's not going to beat Tonio or William. That's just, as someone who's watched a million of these shows, or at least many thousands of them, I'm pretty confident in how they are judged, what attributes the judges score high and low, what they're looking for in the physiques that are going to win. And does he have quads bigger than Rami? I don't know. They're pretty. We need to do a pose down, but they're up there. Rubiel is just so big, they'll probably make a 6-man call. Ha. Bonac, Tabani, Tonio, top 3. What about Nathan? Biggest calf since Matarazzo. If you put a tape measure on, they're probably bigger. All right, that was Rubiel. Now we have Syed Hassan Musavi Nejad from Iran. I hope this is him, because some of these Iranian guys didn't get out of Iran. I don't know if that's him, because I don't know what that guy would look like. I don't have a sheet with the numbers on it to correspond to the names, which throws me for a loop. Okay. Yeah, this guy is just too small. Too small. He's not super shredded either. He'll be probably in like 3rd or 4th call out. I mean, look, we got some quality people on this show. We got, let's see, who's been to the Olympia? Nathan's been to the Olympia. Behrooz has not, though he should have been. Bonac's been to the Olympia many times. Tonio's been to the Olympia. Foda. Did Foda get to the Olympia last year? I think he did, right? I think he was in the Olympia last year. Anyway, yeah, we have a few Olympia competitors competing today, and they're tough to beat. Okay, so, all right, so this should be Ismail Radwan from Egypt. Ismail Radwan. Again, it's a decent physique. It's nothing spectacular compared to these other guys. You know, if you ever went to like a regional show and you saw somebody like this, you'd be freaking out, like, wow, this guy's awesome. But we're on a pro stage, and it's not just any pro stage. This is the Dubai Pro. This is the third biggest payday in bodybuilding after the Olympia and the Arnold. $140,000. Remember, the Olympia was $650. The Arnold was $500, but they are raising that to $750. And I believe the Olympia will go to $1 million this year. That is what I believe is going to happen. I think Nate is massive. When he's in the top 5, I think he looks small. Comparison, we'll see. Yeah, Rubio has nothing but size. Going to get tossed to the end of the line. Slow is the only one with skinny legs. Rubio beat Nathan before. He did? Did he beat Nathan? I don't believe that. Change the rules after 3 wins. They should leave and give space to new ones. Nah. Mass isn't everything. The symmetry isn't right. You can't win big shows. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay, who do we have now? Is this Ibrahim Sobi from United Arab Emirates? I'm not sure. Wait, is Behrooz already? That's Behrooz. A couple guys didn't make it, I guess. Yeah, we're already up to Behrooz. Okay, great. Behrooz Tabani, guys. So here's your favorite. You know, my only knock on Behrooz is the quads. I wish he had more quad sweep. I'm not a fan of his quads. Everything else, spectacular. He's not missing anything. Delts, chest, back. Midsection looks great. Legs look pretty good from the side. I think those legs, people say he would, if he could get to Mr. Olympia, he'd be top 5, and I don't think he would. Remember how crowded that top 5 is. You already have Samson, Derek, Hadi, theoretically. Fitzwater's up there. Andrew Jacked is up there. There's a lot of good guys. Condition on Behrooz, impeccable. Spectacular condition this guy brings to the stage every time. I like his sort of classic physique poses that he came up with. These little variations. They're just unique poses that he does, signature poses. I like that little flare where he takes a couple attempts to get the back lat spread, the rear lat spread out fully. Just adds a little bit of drama to the pose. Side shots, great. Yeah, Behrooz is no joke, guys. Behrooz is your favorite, your heavy, heavy favorite here today. Look at that. He is looking fantastic. Good job. Wow, the chat is really, this isn't the best Behrooz. Legs look downsized. Yeah. I don't remember his legs being this small. You're right. And that's weird because that's something we saw happen in Lunsford, right? We saw that happen in Lunsford at the 2024 Olympia, and we saw it happen to him in Pittsburgh. His legs were noticeably downsized from what they normally were, which is odd. Why does that happen to guys? Is it over dieting? Is it too much cardio? Why do certain guys lose a lot of their leg fullness and size? I'm sure hours of cardio has something to do with it. But let's see what happens. Let's see who gets first call out. Stick legs. Legs are too small to win. I mean, Tonio takes two. I mean, that is what we call a chink in the armor. Nick Walker still competing, not today, but yeah, at the Olympia. All right, so he exposed a weakness today, Behrooz, and that could be a chance for someone to sneak in there and beat him. So who do the judges like to see first? We got Neckzilla, we got Behrooz. All right, so we have Behrooz Tabani, Rubiel Mosquera, William Bonac, Tonio Burton, Mo Foda, and Nathan Asha. Yeah, Nathan does look a little flatter, a little smaller than what I remember as his best. So we get a very good indication. They moved Behrooz in only one spot. Are they going to not move him again? Yeah, here we go. They moved him. They moved Tonio to the other side of Bonac. So in the judges' minds right now, okay, so it looks like they're looking at Mo Foda and Behrooz for the win at this point. That's just a very, very initial thing to say. Who knows? But the fact that they move him in the middle it's a good sign for Foda. Behrooz in the middle, Bonac next to him. It's not a good sign for either Nathan or Rubiel that they're on the ends like that. That's not a good sign because we have 6 guys up here. This is probably your top 6. Ali Edward Carbo did not make that first cut, that first call out. But Foda looking fantastic. They're imagine if he beat Behrooz. And this is a show that for months people have been saying, as soon as Behrooz let his intentions be known that he was competing at the Dubai Pro, so many people assumed nobody's going to beat Behrooz because Behrooz is highly motivated. This is his Mr. Olympia. He cannot seem to get to the United States of America to compete because of the political situation between the U.S. and Iran. We're basically unofficially at war right now. We're bombing. The U.S. is bombing Iran, bombing their nuclear facilities. So anyway, let's forget politics. Let's talk about Behrooz and Mo there in the middle. Foda has him on the legs. Behrooz has superior conditioning to just about anybody. I wish we could zoom in and really take a good look at Behrouz's condition, but you know, he's been with Milos Sarshev, his coach, for a while, and they don't miss. They hit that bullseye every time with condition. I'm really concerned about Behrouz's legs, though. I don't know how you can have a guy win a show of this caliber with legs they're not looking impressive to me at all. They're not. Foda's legs are better. Everybody's legs up there in the top 6 are better. I mean, look, Rubiel, you could fit 2 of Behrouz's, but they're keeping Behrooz in the middle and they're moving everyone around him. So that's a good sign, a good indication that the judges are favoring Behrooz for the win. And again, it would be a huge, huge shock if Behrooz did not win this show. But to me, it's not a blowout. Those legs, they take away from the overall impressiveness of the physique that we should be just like, wow, Behrooz. It should have been a case where they walked out there and immediately like, Behrooz has got this. That's it. Show's over. Game over. See you next year, everybody. I'd like to see someone else moved in the middle. I mean, I as good as Behrooz is, I think Tonio deserves a chance to be in the middle. I think Bonac and Foda both deserve a chance to be in the middle. But they're all getting compared. They're getting a really good look from the judges. Who you guys got, man? If Tonio takes Behrooz down, dude, that would be a huge accomplishment. Huge accomplishment. Tonio's stock would rise dramatically. Skip that commercial. Go back to the top 5. Bonac will win? Okay. Foda looks good, man. Yeah. Bonac wins. Got a lot of winners here today. Everyone's going to win. Bonac, Tonio, Behrooz. How is Foda better than Tonio? I wouldn't. They're very, very, very equal. Light skin, when will racism stop? Well, you're saying when will racism stop? And then you say we need separate classes, black and white. That's the epitome of racism, to have separate classes. Don't you think? That's segregation. You would have separate classes for different races. And what about the Asians and the Latinos? Where do they compete? Tabani not here because yeah, there's a lot of people that didn't make it. I think that was his uncle. I think Behrouz's uncle was supposed to compete. They have Foda in second. Okay, that was your first call out. Don't think Mo can beat Behrooz. Biggest show outside of U.S. Yeah, absolutely. Tonio is smoking everyone. Sorry. Swap Tonio and Foda. Tonio first or second. Foda looks good from the front only. Mo looks great too. Swap Foda and Tonio. I like Tonio and Foda top 2. Bonac, Behrooz. How's Rubiel looking? Let's be honest, Behrooz, easy win. It's not an easy win. If his legs are looking flat, really flat. Behrooz is winning. Tonio fighting with Behrooz. Bonac, Behrooz. Neckzilla so unique, it's hard to judge, evaluate him. True. Tonio looks good. Battle for second place between William and Foda. Tonio's up there too. Politics if Tonio wins. Politics if Tonio ends up out of the top 3. 6 people on stage is tough. There's Austrian powers again. Leo Mehrhofer. Most complete balanced physique is Tonio. Yeah, I like his overall shape a lot. I really do. Nick, Mr. Olympia is worldwide. You were wrong. Like the bike dasher, everyone Behrooz beat before he has big quads in him, so it doesn't hold him back. Yeah. No, I agree, but his quads they've looked bigger than this before. I've never seen Behrouz's quads look this weak. Country situation, yeah. I mean, I can't imagine he's in a great headspace, Behrooz, with his country being bombed and his uncle couldn't make it. And I bet there were about 20 guys from Iran that wanted to do this show that prepped for it, and their flights were canceled at the last minute because they waited too long. They didn't know there was going to be a war when they booked their flights. So maybe if they booked their flight to come in on Wednesday or something, it was too late. They had already shut down. Heisenberg, what's up? I mean, wrong with all the Milos Behrooz coach. He's never been in any of your shows. I don't know if that's true or not. I like Nathan's back double. So, second call outs. Got Ali Edward Carbo in the middle. Do I even recognize anybody else? Not really. No. Second call out, and then there'll be a third call out, and then they're going to go back to the top guys. That's typically how these things go. Mr. Rubiel's walkout, was he good? He's good. He's just got, I think the legs are just, they're so overpowering. They detract. They take away from the physique. I would advise him, if he would listen to me, stop training legs for like a year. They're going to downsize, and you need that. You need your upper body to be bigger and your lower body to be a little bit smaller, because right now he's so bottom heavy. I know he's got these massive shoulders and traps and neck and all that. His arms are pretty big, but I mean, when you got those legs so enormous, it's distracting. It really is. Are we already back to another call out with the top guys? Or is this just a two-man call out? Oh, wow. No, it's not. Okay. Oh, wow. So, Nathan, is Behrooz even going to be in this call? What is this? Nope. Oh, there he is. Okay. Wow. So we already got your top six guys up again. The first call out guys. Did everyone get a fair look? All the other guys? I don't think the other guys all even got a call out. Typically, they wait until everyone's had a look, like they do a third, fourth call out. So we got Rubiel, Tonio, Bonac, Behrooz, Foda, and Nathan. In the middle, we have Bonac and Behrooz. Does that mean this is your top two? Maybe. But they're going to shuffle these guys around. Head judge is Steve Weinberger, and he likes to move these guys around. He likes to work them. He wants them to work for their win. A lot of posing, a lot of comparisons. He'll switch you around, have you do all the mandatories over again. And he'll do that with these guys several times, I bet. I bet we're going to see them have to go through the mandatories 3 or 4 times in a row here. Behrooz looking tough there, looking like a winner. Legs look pretty good from the back. Yeah, I mean, then you got Rubiel way there on the left, and his legs. Yeah, look at it. They just look kind of mushy. They're just like, he looks like he has a film of water over him, Neckzilla, Rubiel. I know he's lean, but I don't know if he's lean enough. You know, we've been waiting for Rubiel to show spectacular condition. I know he's only been in the IFBB Pro League since last year, but he's with the elite a while before that. So he's not a newbie. He's not a new pro. He was a pro in that other IFBB, the elite, for a couple of years. So. But he didn't have a whole lot of great competition. Certainly nothing like what we're seeing here today. Yeah, let's see if they move them around, because, I mean, Tonio should get a chance to stand next to Behrooz. I want to see Tonio next to Behrooz. So we're going to see a little shuffle here. Let's see what happens. What's the head judge going to do? He's going to remove Nate and Rubiel and keep performing. Bottom right screen for being gay. I don't know if she's gay or straight. I have no idea if Aretha is, what her orientation is. None of my damn business. Yeah, Nathan and Rubiel on the outside is not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Now they moved Nathan in a little bit. Nathan got to go one step closer. Now it's Nathan and Bonac on either side flanking Behrooz. So that's a good sign for them. Tonio's being overlooked. I give it a chance. I bet Steve's going to move him. He's going to swap out either William or Nathan. He's going to switch places with Tonio in a moment. I bet that's what's going to happen. Asha was perfect class, but couldn't make weight. That's why he jumped in open. That's rough. If you just missed if you just missed the weight for classic, that means you're pretty small for open. If you missed it only by a couple pounds. Rubiel needs to drop more weight like Lee Priest. Rubiel said he was going to be switching to men's physique. No, don't be ridiculous. The Angel Calderon already showed up. Yeah, 212 was first. They did that first. Bonac wins. Williams shoulders. Something is up with Behrooz, not looking like any blowout. His legs are really, really flat looking. So from halfway and half flex, just in front of my lower half to one category. Yeah, that was that suggestion of having different categories for races, which is ridiculous. Come on, guys. That is the epitome of racism to have separate categories for different races. No, we can't. Come on. That's off. That's ridiculous. I don't know. Tonio didn't get moved to the middle. It's not over yet. Let's see what happens. Let's see if they move him. Let's see him. I got Tonio and Foda ahead of Behrooz. Wow. Tonio doesn't have the structure to win. He has a narrow collarbone width and therefore an extreme. He's not as wide as some other guys. You're right about that. But he's built up his back and his shoulders to the point where it's really not an issue. Kind of like with Phil Heath. Phil Heath didn't have wide clavicles, so he built up a lot of mass on top of those clavicles. Big, big, round shoulders to give him a lot more width in his back. No clear winner. I agree. Rubiel better than Bonac? I don't know about that. Foda's back is still too weak to beat Bonac. I understand he was not penalized for that last year. Well, he was the best guy on stage in Chicago last year. You don't get it. Black men can never win against white. They need their own class. White bodies are better. What sport have you been following, Mellow Ninja? How many champions of African descent have we had in bodybuilding? Not only recently, but just in the last like 20, 30, 40 years. Ronnie Coleman, Lee. I mean, I'd be here all day talking about African Americans and athletes of African descent who have excelled in bodybuilding. The white bodies are better. No, I mean there's been some great white bodybuilders too, but dude, to say that white bodies are better, even the most hardcore white supremacists couldn't really say that with a straight face. Bonac, tonic. Tonio looks good. He's still not getting called out next to him. We still have Bonac and Nathan to Asha flanking Behrooz. How stupid of a comment. We have more black than white. Yeah, that was a very silly, silly comment. Nathan fifth, I think top four. Yeah, I mean, this is your top six. I'd see him saying only black will win. What bullshit. Don, come on. Behrooz might be a bit flat, but still looks good. Might be enough to win. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, they're going to run straight into the finals, I think. Nathan is so good. Why would you even have Neckzilla on first call out? Mo and Behrooz getting bias advantage. All the other top guys more complete. You see, Ronnie was so much better. I mean, he was an 8-time Mr. Olympia 8 years in a row. Milos was there last year. I saw him there. Okay, so Milos did see Behrooz last year. He could not let anyone else win. Behrooz doesn't look his best. Legs. Yeah, his legs are a liability right now. Was that it? You get my point. Unfortunately, Behruz's brother is not present in this competition. Nathan missed it. This is a good show. Oof. All right, guys. Well, wow, it's a lot of comments. It should be top 3 of Dubai. They give it to Behrooz. Most shouldn't even be top 4. Wow. Sick of Bonac continually getting high place in work structure I've ever seen. Real wasting his potential. Oof. Bonac better legs. Behrooz can't win with those legs. He's got 6 guys right. We'll see about the order, though. Behrooz, Foda, William. Hard to say who takes this. You reckon it's conditioning Behruz's legs need? No, they need size. They need size. Why Nasser not win? All right, well, they're going to do an intermission. So I am going to stop sharing Aretha Labs videos and everything else, and I'm going to go because I've been going for 3.5 hours. Wow. I don't even know where that comment is to remove. Cool. Your comments are dumb. The lady's facing a bigger screen than you. I mean, oh, she's gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman. Absolutely. Aretha. Anyway, I can't find that comment to get rid of it. So you can just see my face. The stream, I thank you guys. We have over 1,100 people in the stream right now in the chat. So I got a lot of the comments got lost in the shuffle. So I apologize if I couldn't get all your comments up on screen. and respond to them. Oh, there it is. Okay. So anyway, guys, I will be back in a couple hours with the finals. I think they're starting, but they're going to start with 212. And that way I'll be able to skip through certain things. I won't be live per se, but I'll be back, as we say. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching the judging of the Dubai Pro. I'll be back in a little bit. Keep your notifications on. I'll be back with the finals later. So talk to you then. Peace.